Hope everyone's been having a good week so far. Looking forward to the weekend. Alright, so I'm going to keep doing quests from the main characters. I just unlocked Irish, so I think we're going to do Irish. I think we tapped out all of the Ranch Ladies quests. Bonnie, I think was her name. I just played with Horizon Zero Dawn. I can mash the A button as much as I like to speed up, so I gotta remember I can't do that in this game. Horse does not want to go down this hill. There we go. Thanks, horse. Appreciate it. Train, cool.
Let's go.
I am really digging this game so far. It's very good. Actually has me kind of excited for Red Dead 2. Curious what they're going to change. Does Red Dead 2 have an online? I thought that GTA's online was like completely independent from the base game. We didn't really interact with each other at all. The single player campaign. An online western could be cool though. They go for like a pseudo MMO approach. It's presumably going to be separate from the main single player campaign though, right? I didn't check the map, I just assumed he would be closer to my starting point than he actually is. Oh, there he is. Sweet. Oh yeah? Well, that horse is dead. I got stuck in the ground for a second. There's no way for me to check a horse's health, right? I just won't worry about it. Yo. Man is born into trouble. This game ended up being quieter, right?
Where are you? Oh, who do you want? I see you. Get away from me.
Right here. Where's that machine gun, Irish?
Oh, Mr. Marston. I found you one.
Found us one, Irish. We're in this together. You, me, and an assault on Fort Mercer.
Like,
I'm the guy that
Marston
saved
is
you
the
from getting
least
killed
patient
back
with
there.
Irish.
And who you owe your life to, remember?
Not really. Happens to me all the time.
You don't want it to happen to you again, do you, Irish?
No, friend. I wants to buy you a drink. I wants to tell you how much she means to me, how special you is.
And I want to tell you that if you don't produce a Gatling gun within the hour, you'll wish you'd been killed back there.
It's the whiskey, sir. It gives me the memory of a newborn babe, as innocent as can be.
And it makes me violently angry. Shall we go look for that gun, sir?
Let's do that. Come on, then. We'll find your precious gun.
It's interesting, like, you can definitely tell in Mass Effect, for example, that all the different planets are written by different people, even if there's some kind of, like, guiding creative force.
Let's go.
The style of the computer logs are different on each planet. And I wonder if it's the same for this game, that different people wrote each of the different character quest lines.
You're not gonna pass out on me, are you, Irish?
Get a move on, will you? My head's pounding here. Listen, feller, either we ride together or we don't ride at all. I've been hearing things about you, John Marston.
Is that right?
About you trying to kill Bill Williamson? That you was a Curly outlaw back in the day.
I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
How did you get them scars then?
I cut myself shaving. Want me to show you just how it happened?
You talk like you're some hard case, but from what they tell me about Fort Mercer, you ain't nothing of the sort. No more savvy than a bull going through a fence, I hear.
I tried to do things the right way. It won't happen again. Why do you think I need a machine gun?
Maybe you've been out of the sport too long, me friend. Lost your edge. They tells me you spent the last few years pulling others instead of triggers.
People around here talk too much.
Sounds like you got afflicted with a terrible case of the terminally slow up there at the fort. Must have been slow if you let that crazy bastard Williamson get the better of you.
You'd have done it differently, huh?
Not fair now, Johnny. We should go around the side of Gap Troop so the miners don't see us coming.
I still don't know what miners would want with a machine gun.
Miners are always fighty bastards. Spend too long without daylight and doxies, and it starts playing with your mind.
I never heard so much shit come out of one mouth.
Only telling you what I heard. Oh, and we'll need a wagon or something to get it out of there. That gun's heavier than sin.
So how was I supposed to move it by myself last time? Two-faced little bastard.
I really like the writing in this game.
Here we are. Let's stop here a moment to get a lie of the land. The entrance is plain to see, and there's a shaft them bastards used to haul out heavy ore. I mean you, can use that lift to get you and the gun to the surface. I do it all myself, but the mines play havoc with me sinuses. I'll find us a fine place to hide these horses, and then return with a borrowed flat wagon.
I'll meet you at the mouth of the mine shaft. And Irish, I strongly advise you don't run off this time.
You're trespassing. State your business or move along. Intruder! Take cover!
Nice. That's such a dead-on... That's exactly what McCree's ult is. I really wonder if they borrowed it from this game. Treasure hunter outfits. Oh. But I can't switch outfits at will, can I? I guess I do. Oh, but I have to finish doing the quest. Okay. More games should do that. You find the thing that then gives you a quest you have to do.
That one almost got me.
Gotta remember my controls again, bear with me. That's... yep. Don't want to do that one. The Grand Theft Auto short hop. I can press A next to this to hop into cover. Right bumper, there we go. Cool. Oh, I see. Interesting. Is Deadeye a resource that regenerates? I don't see any, like, meter on it for the screen.
Ain't no need to die, friend!
Maybe I can only use it every so often, just a cooldown on it.
What have we got here?
It's a resource. Okay. Hit up these corpses here. Part of the problem with GTA Online is it does something with money that you can buy. You can earn currency in game by doing stuff. Then you can also purchase it directly. It's super expensive. Closer quarters, I probably want the revolver instead. Whoa, shit. Okay, that happened. The new cars that cost millions, even if they're not cars, it should be expensive in the universe. Just to make them rare, basically, I guess. I'd love to get a shotgun, that sounds great. Probably have to buy it in town. Oh, I do have one. Nice. Never mind. Set up to make you have to grind. Gotcha.
Let's see what you got.
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate.
You must have a real bad death wish.
Tell him, John. Oh, that's only when you're getting money that he does that animation. Okay, I was really confused as to why it wasn't always playing. Gotcha. Nice.
Anybody else? Just run off home.
Very nice. That time there's no animation. Yeah, I don't know how it works. But you shouldn't question it.
I've got a barrel full of hell right here, you bastard!
Hey, Isla, how you doing? How's your week treating you so far? Cool.
Ain't your life worth living? Pleasure doing business with you, boys.
All right.
Can I have
Good job. I feel like the comical number of enemies actually works in a game like this too. Grab onto the minecart. Turn the shaft around. Again, there's been some kind of new mechanic in every single mission so far. It's a really cool way to organize your game. I'm doing alright. Woke up to some pretty long comments on a recent VOD about how I was playing the game wrong. It kind of bummed me out a little bit, but getting over it. Woo! Watch Irish not be there when I get to the exit. I can probably shoot while I'm pushing that too.
I thought I'd be looking at your corpse being hauled up this lift. Load up and I'll engage the gears.
That's more just that streaming a game automatically means that I won't be quite as immersed in it as I would be if I was playing it offline. I learned that recently with my off-stream playthrough of Dark Souls 3, where I moved through it very slowly and read every item description and was not distracted by anything. No chat, OBS window to look at. It's easy to go like, I disagree, but it still kind of lodges in your brain a bit, right?
God's own gun, ain't that the truth? I got us a borrowed flatbed parked down the lot. Don't let go of her, she's a beast!
Alright, now I have to learn. Now they've taught me how to push the minecart. Now I have to learn how to fire from the minecart, presumably. Which isn't that bad.
Go home, buddy!
You ride from the other side seems wise, right? Playing life wrong. I know, right? Nice.
What did I tell you? Piece of cake!
No kidding. That was a cool mission. They can't keep this up forever, right? They can't. They're gonna have to start repeating mechanics eventually.
Peacemaker delivered to Old West Dickens.
It's such a cool way to arrange your main story missions across different quest
Make sure it
rivers.
doesn't fall off on the way.
Which was the Grand Theft Auto game that first introduced the cell phone where your friends were calling you to hang out constantly? Was that 4? I did play a few hours of 4. You need to go bowling, stuff like that.
There you are.
I didn't think it was a bad game or a bad mechanic necessarily, but it did feel pretty grindy. My goal right now is I would like to push new quest givers until they introduce me to another new quest giver, and then go back and decide which ones I want to do so I have the most options possible. Check my map here. He's way the hell far away. Other side of the world. Okay. So I could technically warp there if I make camp, right? Say campsite. Town settlement or gang hideout. Huh. There, gave it to me. Can't do any new outfits yet. Game's pretty good about auto-saving, so I shouldn't need to stress too much about doing that. Armadillo is as close as I'm able. Maybe Benedict Point is where he starts. Yeah, me too. I didn't catch Mewtwo. I started playing after the X-Passes stopped going out, so that will finish my Kanto Pokedex. That is not anywhere closer to MacFarlane's Ranch, maybe? Try that. So I guess I gotta get out of here now. Although maybe this coach will take me there. If I don't accidentally try to rob them this time. No, damn it! Is it because I selected the drive button? I think it is. I'm not gonna do that often, but whenever I do a wrong button press, I accidentally rob somebody. Not what I intended. Guess I'll warp to a different place this time. I wish when I selected the fast travel location, it showed me on the map. I guess I'll eventually learn where they are relative to each other. Marlin's Ranch is the closest. No. Mewtwo's pretty strong too, right? It's probably the best psychic Pokemon in the game for attacking. I do like that horse summoning mechanic. That's a nice abstraction. Wait. Okay, someone just had a quest happen. Let me go do that real quick. I'm sure they weren't talking about my horse. This episode, right? Try to lasso him, I guess. I remember how to lasso, some complicated controls. Let's go. I feel like the animation of them diving out of the way of your horse is pretty similar to people diving out of the way of cars in GTA. Not the same one. It's funny. He's like totally free to go steal my horse now. So once I lasso a horse, can I like lead it with me at any speed? Maybe that's how they do it, is that the cool little side quests and pop-up errands that appear use the lessons that you've learned in the main quests. But each main quest introduces you to it for the first time.
Here's your horse, friend. Thank you, sir. I'll pray for you.
Thanks. Hey, doggo. Can't pet the dogs, can I? No. The technology had not been invented yet.
Go.
And you go. Oh, jeez. Well, I think that horse is dead. I feel like once the horse dies, I may as well skin it, right? Awful as that is. Horse Pepsi okay? Now, last time when my horse died, I pressed the whistle button and another horse just appeared. Was that just a bug? Do I have to get a certain distance away from my old dead horse? Or reach town first or something? Seems like all the quests in the game assume that I have one. Shit. Should probably make a dead horse counter. We're at 2 now. The map's pretty close to like the car durability. Horse ownership is wonky. And now I have one that's coming to me. Horse doesn't burst into flames. Dead horse, dead horse, dead horse, it's dead. I need to watch Dr. Horrible again, it's been a long time. Eve's Landing. Liar's Dice Games can now be joined. Gotta do some of those side quests. Go away, robocaller. Whoa, good job not running into the river. He's close to here. Okay, he's in this town. Always thought that little jump animation is so janky. It's one of those things where I feel like it probably shouldn't exist. It's that modern game development of having jump only work when there's a context for it, like in Last of Us. It's the limp, Uncharted hop in place, right? Unless if it's a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, where jumping around can let you climb places that aren't maybe intended to be climbed. In this game, it's either limp and pointless, or it helps you scramble up the cliff.
Deb?
Irish, what are you doing?
Who the hell are you?
Give me that. I'm your old friend Amnesia.
Oh, good. Blimey.
I've come to tell you If you ever pretend to forget my name or you're
Tried
dead
reaching
to
me
again,
about my car's
I'll make
extended
sure you
warranty.
reach heaven
Go away.
before these two ladies. Now get down there.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Ashamed. Ashamed to know you. What the hell's wrong with you, robbing these gentlewomen and ladies of the Lord?
I thought they was doxies.
Ladies, I'm sorry about this man. He's unfortunately lost his mind to the demon drink. At least I hope he has, and he wasn't this stupid all along. So, please excuse us. Now, Irish, that Gatling gun doesn't work. I find that rather upsetting, don't you?
Oh, heartbreaking. Which is why I was just coming to see you when the drink got the better of me.
How many Catholics were out
Come
west
on.
around this time? I guess there were
where
definitely
we
some.
can
There's a lot
find
of Catholic churches in
parts
like
for
Santa
you.
Fe, and
Hecking Mary.
the town's name is Santa Fe.
How about a drink or two?
And I guess I think of like the East Coast as being largely Protestant. Maybe the Southwest is more Catholic.
What you looking at? Huh?
I've been trying to avoid as much info about Red Dead 2 as I can. It sounds really good though. Given that this game is 8 years old, I'm interested to see what lessons they learned in that time. I think
That
so,
fresh
you could
air's
go.
got me head spinning like a top. Can't be good for a fella.
Shut up, you lazy drunk, before I stop your head spinning with a bullet.
I resent that, Johnny. I've been working like a beaver on your behalf.
You've been
Marston
working
is still
like a weasel
written
on my behalf.
consistently, he just doesn't have any tolerance for drunk
Bushwhacking
people.
defenseless ladies of the cloth? You must have been raised on sour milk, Irish.
What are you talking about? I'm a good Catholic boy.
You're a booze-blind coward.
And you're a hypocrite, Marston.
friend, don't
You've
forget
robbed
on.
just as many innocent
Your
folks as
friend
me.
on boss.
I tried to only rob those who had more than they deserved.
Christ,
Friend,
the
you want
church
to
has
turn
more
off
money than anybody.
Where are we going, Irish?
I like how his
Just to
backstory
the
lets that be
warehouse
true
here in
regardless of
East
player
Landon.
choices.
I'm telling you, Johnny boy, it's all set up. We're meeting this pal of mine at the back door of the office.
He's not
Hobble
wrong.
feller by the name of Shaky.
And he's got the ammunition we need?
Jesus, stop fretting, will you? I knows about guns front, back, and sideways. All right, we're here. Stay close.
Love how utterly straightforward all the mission objectives are
This door
too.
was supposed to be
Get
unlocked.
a Gatling gun. Get ammo for the
Come
gun.
on, let's see if we can get in around the back.
I'm beginning to lose my patience.
Played a lot of games that have a lot of like bullshit filler side quests where you could be playing through it and not really sure what the game actually is expecting you to do.
Soft on me, Johnny boy. Can't even sneeze these days without you being there to catch the drift.
This is your last chance, you good-for-nothing shyster. You've already wasted too much of my time.
Keep your eyes open. Shaky's all right, but I don't trust the gang of fools he runs with. Shaky's made the arrangements, and he'll... Oh, shite. Sounds like Shaky's only gone and got himself found out.
All right. Now all we have to do is find out who you work with. You hear me? Shaky, you wretched fucking son of a whore. Suck my again! Oh!
Labor relations don't sound like they're exactly at an all-time high.
Ain't that the truth?
You sneak in and get poor Shaky loose. I'll go get the wagon. Good luck, Marston. He's a good
Thanks.
man, that Shaky. I'll be waiting out by the front gate with the wagon. Good luck.
I'm the letters. Oh, I see. Ladder blindness, getting me in trouble once again. It's our first stealth mission. Sneak in through the window.
What was that?
It's louder than I wanted it to be. Shit, that's not the item I wanted to use. Nice.
Please, mister.
Earned it.
Thank you for your kindness, mister. I thought I was dead, man.
My kindness is only as good as the bullets you can fetch up for me and your friend Irish. Let me down, and you'll be a dead man.
This is gonna be one hell of a fight. All right, let's get out of here while we got the chance.
Come on now! Stop that!
I guess I can't shoot them from here, huh?
Get out of here, all of you! Who's making for fun? Hey now!
Someone else further down.
I'll kill all you bastards! For the door! Follow me!
Sounds good.
Go on, you open the door. I'll cover you. There's much more of them out by the crates.
Good grief!
See what you got.
Nobody puts their hands on me. Hey,
I'm gonna put you down. I see him. What's the matter? Ain't got the sand for a real fight?
Gotcha.
ammunition in.
Thanks, dude. Looking out.
This way. Look out! More of them bastards!
Totally earned that shot there. That wasn't on accident. Hey, there's another Wilhelm scream. There's a lot of them in this game. Makes sense.
Friends now.
I like that they're not scripted. There's a chance for them to make it when you shoot them.
All right.
I think the original Wilhelm scream was a Western, wasn't it? Nice. Now I can worry about looting all the corpses. Dying a little bit inside as I say that, but
Come on, it's this way!
I'm coming.
Now we're even.
Half even, Shaky. You still owe me for them morphine pills to calm your nerves. Shaky.
You'll get your half. More, you dirty fucking snake.
All right, gentlemen.
Don't make fun of people with a stutter. It makes me sad.
Fucking.
Shaky's kind of an asshole, though.
Come on then, Johnny boy. Let's go. Come on, time we was making tracks. Did you have fun in there, you and Shaky?
I killed a lot of men for this damn machine gun of yours.
I'm sorry I missed all the dramas.
I'm sure you
always
are.
miss all the drama. There must be cobwebs growing on that holster of yours.
Someone's got to drive the wagon, don't they? Teamwork, Johnny boy. That's my game, not just the glory like you.
He doesn't have a holster so much as he just kind of puts his gun directly into his crotch. That was pretty great. Like the danger base in this game.
Just drive, Irish.
Poor horse.
I'm telling you, Irish, that machine gun had better work after all this.
Don't you worry.
No kidding.
You won't find a finer piece of artillery west of Dublin.
Okay.
Between me and you, we should consider making this a more permanent partnership.
Is there a particular reason you'd expect there to be a better source of artillery, Dublin or east thereof? It just means that it's the best artillery in the Americas. That's fair.
You're not giving up, are you? Jesus, we really rumbled.
It's like half New Austin wants to be dead.
Here come more, them bastards.
You start commenting on it.
Well, I think you're ready for Part Mercer. You got enough ammunition here to take down a small country, fella.
I'm gonna need it. Bill Williamson's got himself an army.
So I guess this is where we part ways, Johnny Marstead.
Or maybe not, friend. You're gonna be right alongside me when I take on that fort. After all you put me through, it's time you pull the damn trigger for once. Show me what a big, bad killer you really are.
Yes, of course. What am I thinking? Don't worry, you can count on me. I just hope I don't steal all your glory. Wouldn't be right or proper.
It's like you're doing all these little quests, but they all interconnect into the
Impressive,
main
Marston. We'll have West Dickens's
objective.
wagon rigged and ready to go soon enough.
Yeah, I like that it's not take out Bill Williamson because you have a grudge against Bill Williamson. It's because you've been forced to do so by the feds. Okay. So yeah, it sounds like that was our last Irish mission. Is that true? May very well be. See any more on the map. Alright, we'll just work in reverse order then. So we'll do the snake oil salesman next. Yes, yes. He's in plain view. You now own a new horse. It will come when you whistle and appear at your camp or residence. Yeah. I'm not super clear on how that works. I guess it would be nice if there was some kind of screen for it that showed the number of horses that you'd collected. I think it just magically gave me one at some point because the quests are so dependent on you having them. Plain view, let's go. Good job putting out the fire. I heard this thing that the whole anti-forest fire campaign was actually kind of counterproductive. Not like, you know, only you can prevent forest fires, but the strategy of putting out every forest fire, no matter how it happened. Forest fires are kind of necessary to keep the brush from getting too dense, so that if there's a fire in the future, it can be really, really bad if it's been fought for a long time. Trees are too close to each other, you'll have a fire that you can't control.
John Marston. Mr. Marston.
It's a horse nerd you want to
don't be so
corral or stable.
childish. Come on, sir, I implore you.
What's the best horse nerd game?
Okay,
It's gotta be one that's-
So I made a few innocent mistakes when last we met, but my plan is still sound. Together we can conquer, if not the world, then certainly Bill Williamson.
But first, you need me to do you a favor?
You read my mind. I can only deduce you have been taking my tonic, sir, as instructed. It can give the most ordinary of intelligences a remarkable insight.
I'll give you insight. I'll show you what your guts look like.
Please, sir, this show of petulance is nothing short of embarrassing. Think for a moment, sir. Think.
I'm thinking about how much of my time you're wasting.
Sir, I am
I love
about
to hate
do
this guy.
something which I greatly discourage in all wise and rational men. A selfless act for you. But, sir, before I act selflessly, allow me to act selfishly and sell some of my wares.
Fair enough.
Oh, good, sir. Come, and let's go visit some of our fine friends in the other oil business we have here in Plainview. These men need all the help they can get.
I've heard Secret of the Magic Crystal is actually a pretty good game. I remember, I think Lisa and Matt got into it. They basically made a game out of chocobo breeding. Standalone. I feel like you'd probably have to have a lot of abstractions and kind of do some sort of fantasy approach to it. Like, I don't know if a horse rearing simulator that aims for realism would actually be fun in a video game context.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather round, gather round.
That's too bad.
Friends, hardworking souls of Plainview.
Good horse games for
You
everybody.
suffer from rheumatism, lumbago, acute chronic sciatic, neurologic, or inflammatory pain? Well, I represent the only company that makes the genuine article which cures headache, neuralgia, toothache, earache, backache,
Fraud! This man is a fucking charlatan. He just got done swindling us down at Cho Springs with this song and dance.
I say we tar and feather him right now.
I say we shoot the
I
bastard.
think it's time we take our business elsewhere. I apologize if science is not your forte. Good day, one and all. Somebody, get that thief back! Looks like we've been scuppered. Let's get out of here. I'll drive.
To murder these poor people. They didn't do anything wrong.
Let's go, my boy. I think we've outstayed our welcome here.
Right. But they have good reason for that. I'm trying to kill birds whenever I see them for that sharpshooter challenge. I forgot about that.
This is a terrible misunderstanding.
Oh, that's what it is?
Good job.
His hat got shut off earlier. Some show-based games. Not sure a horse not enthusiast would enjoy them.
Sure is lucky you came along.
But games like Red Dead or Breath of the Wild work. Gotcha. That's cool.
Well, it looks like the global expansion of your West Dickens elixir might have come a cropper.
Nonsense. Just another bump on the science rocky road. Look, they've got the road blocked up ahead.
You want to stop doing that?
Excellent
Yes.
job. Now let's make haste. Wait a second. What criminals expect? Miracles?
Well, that's about what you've been promising them.
I wonder if you can make a
Taylor, I'm not sure we're out of the woods yet.
horse breeding, racing,
For a man of the people,
stabling
sure ain't very
game.
popular.
It's not necessarily just for horse enthusiasts, you know. Like, I've had games where I'm surprised that I enjoy this, even though it's not something I would do in
Maybe
real
you need to
life.
think about a change of career.
I will never give up on science.
How'd they make a
John.
roadblock so fast? Is a good question.
Get away from me!
Basically, anything that anyone can be a nerd about, I'd love them to make a video game focused on. Anything that has systems and terminology,
Well, I ain't surprised.
you can gamify, I feel like. You can find the cool parts of it. Make some abstractions to make it different from just doing it in real life.
That'll show him respect science!
I haven't heard of Wolf Quest, what's that?
Fine shot, my boy!
Kind of bad murdering all these birds, but it's kind of correct. Jeez. It must just be an invisible resource that regenerates over time.
Watch it, John! There's more of them!
You need to kill the birds for challenge, sharpshooter challenge.
We made it, John! There's Quavasek up ahead!
Oh yeah? Now it's rabbits, I see. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah.
Well, that was a little
I instinctively tried to
tight,
press my
dear
focus
boy.
button from Horizon
You
Zero
saved
Dawn to
the
scan
day
for
again.
rabbits. Wrong game.
It always impresses me with the speed with which a group of men can turn from passive sheep into murderous wolves.
I'm impressed with how you nearly got us killed back there.
Yes.
Oh, so you
perhaps
play
we
as a
should
wolf? That's
shelve
cool.
the tonics business for a period. Let's say we try our hand at racing again.
That sounds awesome.
There's a meet at Rathskeller.
You're trying my patience, Mr. West Dickens.
Well, I'm sorry, dear boy, but I'm only an aging vendor of exotic elixirs, not the bloody U.S. cavalry. Forgive me if matters take some time to prepare.
Cool.
Nice to see you, my good man.
Could go straight into another West Dickens quest.
You showed some real merit.
Sport of Kings and
Mr. West
Liars.
Dickens!
Ah, Mr. Marstead. How wonderful to see you, sir. How wonderful.
Are we ready then?
Yes, sir. Nearly, sir. Barely nearly, sir. I just need some cash to get some extra hardware fitted to my old Trojan horse here.
You what?
Never mind, sir. I can only presume that you have not enjoyed the benefits of a classical education, so I will not take umbrage if some of my illusions sail over your head, sir.
I won't pretend to understand you, but I will endeavor to make you understand me. Either we do this right now, or I put a bullet in you and get on with my day.
Please, I knew you were a violent man, Mr. Marston, but I did not think you were a stupid one. We need money to outfit
that's
my
awesome.
carriage,
I have to look into
turn
that.
a simple tradesman's vehicle into something more subterfuge. And I'm about to tell you how we are going to gain said cash. Now, I know that you ride very well. So come, sir, to Rathskeller Fork.
Some games like that where just hearing the pitch is often very exciting, right?
Go.
And the more absurd has been, like, just giving somebody the pitch for Katamari Damacy is often enough for an instant sell in a lot of cases.
Into another army of your satisfied customers.
Onwards and upwards! I refuse to let the blind stupidity of the proletariat derail my calling in life.
Oh
Nothing
boy.
blind about it. I'd say they saw right through you.
Before knowledge comes doubt, my dear boy.
Everybody knows you're as crooked as a dog's hind leg, Wes Dickens.
I resent that implication, John.
I wasn't implying. I was telling. If you're such a successful businessman, what are you doing living in a cave?
Delightfully Dickensian, isn't it?
If you say so.
Are you familiar with the concept of philanthropy, John?
I'm surprised you are.
Well, I don't do any of this for myself, John. I hope you realize that.
You're crazy, old man. You seem to be forgetting that I've been part of your ridiculous charade.
It's been quite a ride, John, hasn't it?
We haven't gone that far.
No, I mean us. Ridgewood Farm, Gaptooth Breach, claimed you. We make quite a team, you and me. Brains and brawn. We should consider a more permanent partnership.
This partnership ends as soon as I have Bill Williamson. I appreciate your help, but I've just about had it with all your schemes.
Now I'm
You need to
watching her
realize
animals
what's at
everywhere.
stake here.
I know, John, I know. Just win this race and we'll be ready. I give you my word.
It does look like the new Red Dead is adding more color. This is the brown and bloom era, which fits. I mean, New Mexico is brown and bloom. That's the best way I could describe the landscape. But you do have pretty clear, deep blue skies. Much clearer than you'd get in like a city, you know. You generally don't have a lot of smog or pollution. Mustang Quest? Oh, that sounds really cool. Horse race with that. So, like, I'm just curious, how do you gamify the show element? You have to do all the preparation before the show? I mean, I can imagine doing it as, like, a visual novel, MLB Power Pros, Persona-style opportunity cost game where you decide what to do on a given day related to you or your horse.
Cliff pushing, rock throwing, cactus grinding, neck lassoing, setting fires, or other acts that causes a rider to unfairly lose his weight, or bleed heavily, or black out. Get yourselves ready. Set. Go. Come on.
Be practicing with the horse.
Out of my way.
Every time, Johan. Can't forget. You see the picture I posted in Discord of the coyote, Johan? I ran into a cat on his way to work the other day. A couple of them. They managed to make it to the local pond and fished out a bunch of Subway wrappers from a trash can. Training with button presses and combos. Okay, that's cool. Right. And most of my exposure to stuff like that is through mini games and other games. Andrea basically works for Acme Corp. She can't tell me differently. I really like the way these races are handled. It would be stressful if they didn't have the signals and the crowd showing you which way to go. Otherwise I feel like I'd have to be watching the mini-map the whole time. This game does have a bit of mini-map gazing. Like, that's the only really way to know if you can harvest stuff, it looks like. What else is sub-block for? I'm really excited about that Wolf Quest game. Let's just play it for a little bit. More Red Dead indeed. Hey Size, Big Germ, how you guys doing?
He came, he saw, he conquered. What a fantastic spectacle, John. Let's take a moment to bask in the glory of our victory.
Have we got enough money now?
All right. Yes, once Seth and Irish have furnished their side of the bargain, I think we should be ready. Quite a team we've assembled, don't you think?
A bunco, a grave robber, and a drunk. How could things possibly go wrong?
So maybe I need to finish all their quest lines. I finished Irish's. Ooh, there's a stranger mission here.
That Marshall Johnson's got the weight of the world on his shoulders.
You all right, miss?
I really like this game.
Why won't nobody help me? Hey, partner, I need your help.
You and every other fool around here.
No, they took her. They took my love. They stole Jim's heart and they took her away.
What are you talking about, friend?
They took my love. They took Jim's love by them gangsters. They hide out of tumbleweed. Can you help me, partner?
There's something so wholesome to me about just referring to a random person you just met as friend.
That way, I'll see what I can do.
Help a fella out, partner. Have a soul.
It's totally that quest in Jade Empire, right? Yeah, like they're very carefully avoiding describing the creature too much. It's unfortunate. It's often a pretty obvious giveaway. Real people don't talk like that, right? We were talking about that earlier. Was it The Force Awakens, where Han and Leia are very carefully avoiding using Kylo Ren's name for no reason. Real people don't talk like that. They don't talk about. But our son. That's what happened to our son. Just say his name. I know you're trying to save it for a reveal later. If it's a goat, you're disappointed. I need to play Jade Empire again. That game is so good. Unfortunately, I don't think that there's a good port of it. Like, the PC port, somebody put it on subblock and it was horrible. It was so buggy. I don't know if it's a backwards compatible Xbox game for the Xbox One yet. That'd probably be the best solution. Which is not something that BioWare has ever been good at. That's one of those games where the sell is enough. It's like, it's a BioWare game, but it's about Kung Fu. Whoa, that sounds awesome. It is backwards compatible now? Nice. I'll just do that then. Screw the PC port. You get that too, right? With Final Fantasy X, they never say Titus. The new Guardian. Hey you. Commander Shepard, you know, Unkindled One. Some games that lately have been, they put whatever the canon name is into the voice acting, and it just prints, you know, whatever character name you put down in the subtitles. I think it's probably fine. Most of LucasArts games are. Nice. Speaking of LucasArts, Maniac Mansion on Friday. Pumped about that. Should figure out what version I'm playing. I feel like that game has to have been remastered.
Whoa there.
So, looking for rabbits. What are y'all shooting at, friend? Well, shit. Hey, that's part of the title. Exclamation point, you dead. So much for the treasure hunter mission. Yep. I was trying to figure out who I was protecting and who I was shooting at first. That's what got me in trouble. There's a gap of silence when the name comes up. They still pronounce the S at the end of it. Huh. Dead and red. Just haven't been redeemed. Okay, so we wanted to do a Seth quest, right? Where's he at? Southeast of Armadillo? I guess it's about 6 of 1. If I fast travel there, the loading time will take about as much time.
Come on.
Each location has a hitched horse.
Let's go.
Rental isn't actually a rental, right? Once I pay that fee, I have access to that home, or that location indefinitely. Probably gonna run over rats.
Let's go.
I haven't seen any so far. Probably gonna go somewhere with less tall grass. Hideouts contain hostile criminals and other lowlifes. Money or new weapons? Okay.
Go.
Try that next time.
Come on.
Pretty... They're very proud of this overlook here. One of these days I'll record a quick video of what it looks like climbing up into Los Alamos. Pretty mesas like these. Okay. Oh, whoa.
Dead man.
Don't do that. Rude.
Come on.
Saying Oppenheimer chose Los Alamos because of how pretty it was. And he claimed that there was some kind of benefit to the government for the Manhattan Project. It's really pretty. Let's head towards Seth. Try to do the Seth missions. After Seth, we'll wrap up the sheriff missions. Let's see what's next from there. I gotta shoot 5 rabbits. I said no camels. That's 5 camels. Can't you count?
Seth,
Hey, John. Hey, partner.
get what you need? Ready to help me?
Not quite. Not quite ready. Yeah. You see, I wasted a bunch of time looking for that last bit of map. And I got to thinking, Moses was a liar. And I imagined myself doing all kinds of unpleasant things.
It's very ugly, man.
And then I realized...
Realized you were sick in the head? That you needed to move on with your own limited time on Earth?
No, partner. I realized Moses weren't no liar. The issue was Aiden O'Leary, who said he had the body. Aiden died in that flu epidemic, and the bodies weren't even buried yet.
Got the body sitting in the back of that wagon behind you?
Yes, sir.
You're not even gonna wait until they're buried before you...
Well, they don't care, do you, boys? Honest folk off to a better place. Apart from that Aiden O'Leary fella, I never liked him. They say he laid with his sister. I don't like women, partner. I don't. Not since Mammy died.
Seth,
I thought he was gonna do a Doctor
what are you gonna
Strangelove
do with those
thing.
bodies?
I do deny them my essence.
I'm gonna take him back to a nice quiet spot and look for the map. I needs the map, partner. I needs it. Let's go.
Oh, God.
The only ones with an interest in these here fellas.
That is horrific! The wagon spawned on my horse! Jesus Christ! Well, that's one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in a game. That poor
I think
horse.
we should be getting out of here, partner.
Good God. It's pretty dead.
Can't
I
wait
just
to get
skimmed
my
it. It didn't
hands
play
on
the
these.
animation.
Find someplace quiet near Tumbleweed. I got a feeling the treasure's around there somewhere.
Alright, well, I feel less bad about other times that I've accidentally gotten my horse killed if that can just happen when a mission starts. Dead horse, dead horse, dead horse. He's dead.
Stay left. No need for the people of Armadillo to see my friends back here.
Wagon
By the
spawned
way,
over his
I saw
body.
Wes Dick. He told me there's no ammunition in that machine gun of yours.
Sounds like I need to pay Irish another visit.
Where are you? Come on, don't be shy.
What did you say?
I didn't say nothing.
Are you talking to them?
So what if I am? I feel less alone with them than...
Alright, I need to make a dead horse counter for this game. It's 3 times is the necessary number of times to trigger a counter. Dead horse.
Crowd of people.
Although I don't really can't take the blame for that last one.
Just like me.
You're truly a sick man, Seth.
You remind me of why I hate people.
Assassin's
For a man
Creed
who
game.
kills so much, you sure seem to have a problem with the dead. Life kills everyone in the end. They ain't so different from you and me.
Aside from them being dead and rotting, I guess they ain't. All right, Seth, calm down. You talk to the corpses and I'll drive the wagon.
They're coming after us. Get us
So
out of
blame me
here.
for it.
Fast as you can, partner. I'll search these bodies as we go. Hey, you hands, feller. Oh, look here. I found me a few bullets.
Danger
So,
base.
I guess this is goodbye.
Remember this stage in Mario Kart? Yeah.
Are you hiding something from Seth? Oh, you naughty little boy. Will you be my friends?
The difference in this one is now I have to deal with enemies
Bottle of elixir.
and
Thank
drive.
you, my friend.
I'll kill you!
Oh my. Sorry, there ain't time for a barrier. You're stiff as a board. Relax. I just want a little look-see. Woo! Somebody needs a new cologne. Head left at this turn.
That's an example of
Keep in touch, old pal.
the opposite of the modern, like, God of War, Last of Us effect, where he told me make a left at this turn as I was making the turn, right?
Going on a little trip. Christ alive! It's the man! I found the man! Oh, you bet. Looks like the treasure's in Tumbleweed. That's where I was headed. It's fate. Keep going. We're almost there.
Being aware enough to give directions, right? Well, he's just throwing the bodies off, too. If this is what Rockstar can do with a different setting from GTA, I almost want them to be done with GTA forever. Say GTA 5 is their magnum opus and just move on and make other cool open world games.
I'm gonna be rich beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe then you can... Thanks, mister.
Well, I wonder what other setting would work with their formula.
I'm gonna be rich.
When you're done with that, get over to Fort Mercer. I need you inside that place.
After I find my treasure, mister.
I think it's unfair to this game to say that it's Grand Theft Auto in the Wild West, but it's Grand Theft Auto in the Wild West. There's a lot of things it does much better than Grand Theft Auto, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's in the Wild West. Alright. He's just right here. And there's a stranger here? A stranger quest here, maybe? Let me do that first.
What do you want? Yeah, such a sweet sugar. What you doing here, mister?
I've come for you. A mercy mission. Your poor wretch of a man lost his mind.
Oh, again, this is
Seen
another
at Rascaller Fort.
My
misdirection.
Man? My man's dead. Lawman shot him about a month ago. Shot him in the back, coming out of a cat house. Gave themselves medals. Just like I gave myself to that poor bastard. Unless you've been to hell, you ain't seen no man of mine.
Cat house is a
And where
whorehouse,
is
I
she?
assume?
Who?
I haven't heard that one.
Jeb's girl.
Who's Jeb?
Creepy kind of guy. Short black hair. Mustache.
Oh my. This is
Not even
Lucy.
called it.
This is Jeb's girl. You dumb fool. Took it off him about a week ago.
Then you better come with me.
Yeah. We better get her back to her man, huh? You gonna made my day. What a fine romantic you is. Well, come on then.
All right, follow me.
Alright. Where's that fort? Remind myself on the map here. It's pretty far away. I don't know if I can produce the name of the fort from... Oh, here we go. Who are you to judge? Perfect.
Go!
You should have seen the look on your face, mister. I bet you thought you was being a real hero.
I should never have listened to that crazy fool.
He's such a way with animals, he makes random horses come to him.
Did Jeb offer you some kind of reward for this?
No, miss. I was just helping him out.
Well, ain't you the sweetest thing?
I'm just like you. A real sweetheart. Let's go!
After his previous horse got its head shunted into a wagon.
Did Jeb strike you as being kind of funny?
And then slowly had its
Most people
neck
out here
snap.
strike me as being kind of funny.
But Jeb, he's a special type of funny, I'd say.
I'm inclined to agree with you, miss.
Oh, I can get in from this side.
Yeah.
He just needs me to hitch it here. Sorry, dude.
Mister, you found her, mister.
Oh, I found her all right.
Come here, girl. Come to daddy. Oh, you're so beautiful. So strong, yet such a lady. I long to hold you. I missed you so much.
You got problems, friend?
Oh, I ain't got no problems. Not now that she's back with me. Oh, I remember a cold night that we spent together. Every night's been cold without you, my sweet thing. Oh.
I thought I was sick in the head.
I told you he was funny, mister. Life out here does that to people.
Oh.
I should know. My daddy kept goats.
Ugh. Called it, Johan. Also. I can then immediately take his horse. It's not too though. Let's get back to the Seth mission. That happened. I thought they were just gonna leave it at, oh, he just really likes the horse. But nope. Deer are going to be great. Rabbits are hard because I can never see them. It might be just because I'm blind. Actually, should schedule an eye doctor appointment. If you watch early streams, you'll see that I used to wear glasses. I just kind of stopped wearing them. Definitely don't need them for streaming. So I'm nearsighted. You can see it in front of my face just fine. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Gang hideout is deserted. There may be more for you to do here if you come back later. Thanks. I try. Can't read a monitor without your glasses. I should either do new glasses or LASIK or contacts. Too lazy for contacts, though, I think.
Hey, Seth. Seth, come back here.
Oh, hey, partner. I was just looking for you.
Looking for me? What? Over there?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Well,
Yeah, my glasses were like that for a
Where
long
you going,
time, too.
partner?
Part of my
Nowhere.
face.
Okay. Nowhere wouldn't happen to be where that thing you're looking for is kept, would it?
no, sir. No, sir.
Come on, partner.
Okay, I was just fooling. Partner, you know, the thought of that treasure does funny things to me. According to the map, it's somewhere in that big abandoned house.
Sounds good. So much for abandoned.
Dubious as they looked, I figured they must be with you.
After this, we're going back for your friend.
Hey, Cat, how you doing, man? How was your day at work? Was not trying to target that. I asked this last time, but I already forgot the answer. When does Red Dead 2 come out? October?
Stay close.
It's you or me, friend. This ain't nice. I know.
I'm a very simple person, and I'm so easily tickled by him calling everyone friend. People he just shot. Yeah, right, South Park too. Not your friend, guy. Oh, I almost out of ammo. Shit.
Come on. Damn, nation.
October 26th? Nice. That's close. Tell Jaden happy birthday from stream when he gets home from school. He's not home yet. I'm not your pal, guy. I always remember Jaden's birthday because it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Do you want to die?
Come in. I think I can reach him with this pistol. Revolver, really.
Kill 'em all,
Also
Mercer.
can't jump over that. There we go.
I can't lose that treasure. Not now. You gotta help me. You can't leave me here. I'm so close to the end.
If it ain't me, it's someone else.
Go on. We ain't got much time.
Nomad of Nowhere.
Damn.
So I need to finish season 2 of
Check the back.
Westworld. I forgot how like cerebral Westworld is. You can't just kind of like throw it on
You gotta go now.
and give it 80% of your attention.
We're in luck.
No, no, no.
Damn, you just got into the house.
More where that came from.
That's funny.
Yeah, rather than binging it.
Don't let him get my treasure, mister.
So you can have a week to think about what you just saw.
Let's see what you got.
What's that meant to be?
Don't leave any alive.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Alan. Welcome.
I got me one hell of a widowmaker. Oh!
Shit, did not go the way I wanted it to.
Time to finish this.
I like him better dead.
Standing when the gun smoke's clear. Boy, it's gonna be some fun time.
Think you can just walk in here? This can't be happening.
Yes, I do.
Drop it in the mouth. You ain't
Trying to binge it.
your way.
That was my bad, Cat.
Me.
To the victor, the spoil.
It's mine. I found it.
This is where it is, buddy.
What's in it? What's in it?
Finally, I see the light at the end of this very long, long tunnel. Seth's gonna be rich after all these years. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's silk sheets and Parisian whores from now on, mister.
Empty?
Goddamn hell is this? A glass eye.
I'm sure whoever that belonged to treasured it very much.
Stupid liars. Those stupid chicken shit maps. Making a damn fool of me. A glass eye. It's a glass eye.
Stop with the tears and help me with Williamson's gang. And you can come up with another excuse to go exhume one of your old friends.
Undead man's treasure ain't done me no
Seth
damage.
might be one of the ugliest video game characters I've ever seen, and it's on purpose.
I'm ready for the living. I'll see you and Mr. West Dickens over at Fort Mercer when you gentlemen is ready.
My apologies, mister.
Bumping my... I love that I got honor for doing that. I don't think you can ever lose honor from a main story mission, only from being a dick in the game world, which I lost a huge amount of it for accidentally pressing a button at that stagecoach that one time. Oof. I can keep doing helpful side quests as long as I don't get shot in the process, figuring out who the good guys and the bad guys are. $456. How much did we say $5 was? It was like over 100, right? Modern money. I have a feeling that I'm building to the first major story convergence. See how far Armadillo is from here. Pretty far. I can get away from this camp so I can... I love that little run he does when he dismounts. Is that a rabbit? Oh, it's another armadillo. Trying to not get leprosy over here. That was an armadillo. Shit. Oh, is this another skunk?
This'll fetch a good price.
What's up?
All my supplies were in it.
That should give me some honor. If any of you see a rabbit, let me know. I need to kill 5 of them. $5 in 1913 is 127. I'm glad I got the right wagon there. Could have easily fucked that one up. Rabbit season. The game really like tries. It can't provide the level of vehicle variety that you get in Grand Theft Auto. There's a stagecoach, there's a regular wagon, there's horses of different colors.
Oh, you might need this, ma'am.
You saved my farm.
Good job, Sean.
No need to thank me, lady.
Glitches in this game crack me up. I have to go back and highlight when my horse spawned into the stagecoach and its neck snapped. As horrific as it was. I feel like I can summarize all Grand Theft Auto engine glitches with just how janky the short hop looks in place. Oh, the supply sheet on that wagon. Shh. Maybe the benefit to not fast traveling is I get cool side quests like that. Ridgewood is done. I should be trying to rent a house in every town, it seems like, right? Because I have this money that I'm not really using. Maybe take a break from the game to go check out all the shops and card games and things like that. I haven't really messed with it yet. At least in Bethesda games, you don't struggle to maneuver through a doorway, right? I feel like Rockstar games are buggy in a different way. I think the bugs in... oh shit, poor horse. They're almost... exclusively funny, more than anything else. Never, like, really frustrating. Outside of some of the really brutal missions, like, what was that mission? San Andreas? David Cross is a character, and you have to fly these RC planes. And I think the original release of the game, it was bugged. Like, the plane had about a third of the fuel that it was actually intended to have. So it was technically possible, but you had to be completely perfect. Jesus Christ. Just got mad all over again. I'm sorry. Was it San Andreas? I didn't play San Andreas, but I think I watched my friend Zach play it. And I remember that helicopter mission. Like, what is happening? Hi, Matthew. What's up?
Let's go.
Why is this so hard? Yeah, I guess... maybe it was they forgot they moved the decimal point in the wrong direction for the amount of fuel you were supposed to have by default. It was supposed to be forgiving, instead it was almost impossible.
Ah, since you're here, you want to make yourself useful?
Not particularly.
Listen, son, I know you got a mission, but right now I need another gun.
Why? What's happening?
We've had this problem for months with this group of bandits who are getting drunk and murdering settlers. Last night they went to a big place up near Ridgewood.
They burnt the place down, killed the men, burning most of them alive, and raped the women. Women folk then got their throats slit. One of them survived and walked in here this morning.
Anyway, we got a
They should bring back the weight gaining, all the crazy mechanics from San Andreas and Red Dead 2.
Thank you, John Marstead.
Oh, Mario Party is next month?
It's gonna be a bloody job.
Huh. I don't think I know any other
I liked what we played of it at PAX. They might finally be listening. I feel like most of my issues with Mario Party could be resolved with options. If you had a little bit finer control, kind of like you do with Smash.
Hey, wait up!
Take all the fun out of it. The minigames are really solid. We played 6 or 7 of them at PAX, Cat, you want to say?
I hear you caught up with Mr. West Dickens.
I did. For a man who claims to have found a remedy to all ailments, he was in pretty bad shape.
His tonic has helped a great many people.
Has it, though?
It's a medical breakthrough from the East, the result of years of research.
If only it could cure him of his diarrhea of the mouth.
I wouldn't be so dismissive of science if I was you. Times is changing fast.
He's no more a scientist than I am a priest. But people can spend their hard-earned money however they please.
He's certainly a character, that West Dickens.
I can't understand a goddamn word he said.
A more flannel-mouthed bunko artist I've never met.
Look, vultures. Might just be a dead critter. Marston, take a look. Eli, you too.
There's a really cool new way to practice each minigame in the new Mario Party. Where you
survivors here, Marshal.
You automatically get to practice on like this screen instead of having to choose to go into practice mode, and everyone can press when they're ready. So if everyone has done it before, you all just ready up immediately.
Somebody was so busy killing people they went and dropped
It's nice though, because instead of it just being a round that doesn't count, it's just a little thing on a loading screen that lets you understand the mechanic. The weapons tab, select any. Oh, Peter Carbine. That appears to be worse across the board. Other than reloads? I guess no, the range is... No? It's worse except for reload speed. Keep my Winchester. Do have to go buy or track down more ammo for it.
Let's go!
Then people will actually practice, so where's the fun in that?
Let's stay on this road.
I feel like they actually made mini games that are mechanically interesting. Some of the later Mario Party games, I feel like they just started adding mini games that they were just in a boardroom meeting, and anyone who had any idea they said yes to. They didn't cut anything. Is this really a game? Is everyone just rolling a die and seeing who wins counts as a game?
Men are born, and then they're formed. At least that's how I see it.
Some low-down bastard's been digging up graves around these parts.
Nice cat. Sharking.
More vultures? This don't look so good.
God damn it. Come on, let's take a look.
This is coming too from someone who's a career hater of Mario Party. Mario Party represents to me everything wrong with video games. It's not really that bad, but Super Mario Party looks good.
Man, more dead bodies. And the fire's still smoking. Those scumbags must still be around.
Come on.
It's true. WarioWare started doing Mario Party better. I still love the concept of Mario Party, or of WarioWare.
Yeah, but not like that. It wasn't our way. At least it wasn't my way.
Killing and thieving's never right, boy. No matter how you dress it up.
Unless it's ordered by a court of law, you mean?
This is too quiet. I got a bad feeling about this. Split up and search the area. John, you check the buildings in the barn.
Shed's clear, Marshal.
Whoever first realized that you could make a game like WarioWare, that you can introduce a concept and hope that the player groks it and then executes all in the space of 3 seconds is pretty great. Not only that, but that it was possible for tons of different minigames. I feel like the original WarioWare for the Game Boy Advance, there were very few minigames I didn't understand immediately. I did a really good job of landing that.
No one would board up a barn like this. Come on, John. Shoot that door open.
Let's use the one I've got ammo for. Sorry to shoot right next to your butt horse. I know that's gotta be spooky. Whoa! That's dark.
Holy sweet mother of mercy.
Please, please don't shoot me. Some bandits came by and took us hostage. They're holed up in the farmhouse. Some of my family is being kept hostage inside.
Is Epic Battle Fantasy V going to be a Flash game again, or is it like a real release this time?
This has gone far enough. Get into that house and smoke those sons of bitches.
Too many. ain't gonna live!
Full 30-hour game. Huh. I played enough of that in Aki Falls Subblock to kind of understand what they were going for with it. Let's make a challenging turn-based RPG. Hey, Ludwix. Careful. Doorway. Alright. Well, no, that looted successfully. I don't know. Usually just mash the loot button next to a corpse, but... Looks like I can cancel the animation if I'm quick enough with it.
Ain't you a pretty little thing? I'm gonna...
Don't do that.
There's a
Not
deputy
cool,
waiting for
dude.
you in the shed out back. Make a run for it when it's clear.
Oh, thank God.
Damnation!
Son of a bitch. Now, do you think that he shot him, or what went wrong there? Doorway got me killed? Animation playing might have to do with their space for it, okay. So it was like the horse animation didn't play earlier. You called it, cat.
You really want to die? I can't take much more of this. Damn it! I ain't got no time for nonsense. Sorry, yellow-bellied coward. All right, let's see. Follow me! You and me gonna have ourselves some fun.
Let's not.
As soon as you can, make a run for the shed. Keep your head down.
Thank you. I was convinced I was dead.
All right. For the shed in the back as soon as it looks clear.
Both eyes.
Thank you. They said they were gonna kill us all.
Look like that's all of them. Let's see how the hostages are doing.
So that's always interesting to me about westerns. There's like extremely violent and really dark in a lot of cases. Like, you know, murdering a family and stringing up the patriarch naked in the barn. Pretty intense. It's not very popcorn. Westerns seem to be able to do that in a way that's like has a very different tone from a horror movie that's about the same subject. Alright, good thing I have repeater ammo in here. I'll loot some of these jerks everywhere. There's so many of them.
What have we got here?
Yo.
Some folk tried escaping to the south, but then some robbers started chasing him down like wild dogs. I thought you were supposed to protect us, Marshal. You folk ain't men. You ain't nothing. You're just a man on a government payroll taking money that the rest of us have to pay for with our lives. Yeah. What is wrong with this country?
Mount up, men. The man that kills the boss of that bunch gets $50.
Oh, shit.
It ain't about the money, Marshal. These are people's lives. People's homes.
Let's go! Get on your horse, boy! All right, let's find those bastards. Come on!
She mad that the marshal didn't take care of them sooner?
Do you think they might be headed for Fort Mercer, Marshal?
What? Williamson's men?
Maybe. Oh, this sure looks like their handiwork.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, Marshal. This might be our chance.
What's your beef with Williamson anyway, Marston?
Let's just say he's the currency in a complicated transaction.
What the hell you call
It's interesting how important tone is,
The
right?
pleasure of knowing want him dead.
Why does that involve you?
We used to run in a gang together. It was once like family.
If this is how you treat your family, I'd hate to see what you do to your enemies.
That was a lifetime ago. And bearing in mind, he's left me for dead the last 2 times I've seen him. I'm about figuring...
Is that somebody on the cliff? You just walk away now, John. I didn't kill
Westerns
you
that
before,
be about
but I
heroes
sure as
or
shit
it's about
will
victims. It's a good way to put it.
Get yourself down here, Bill. You know you ain't man enough to stop me. You know I don't
That's an
wanna
interesting
kill
way to
you,
think about it, Ludifex.
but I will.
It's like, this is what happens when there's lawlessness.
opinion of yourself, John.
I'll talk about it after this,
Dutch
when
always
I'm
said
writing.
you were an arrogant son of a bitch. I guess he was about right. Get him, boys! Everybody, take cover! In that shed!
I thought they were about to say behind their horses.
We'll make our stand here. Stay in cover. Watch your head.
Come on now! Stop that!
Get those raping bastards.
Bulletproof horses. You know, it's not realistic that you can summon infinite horses in this game, but I think it's really important in the game being fun. Like, if you had to go out and catch another horse and then manually train it every single time, even though that's more realistic. It's like Marston's superpower. He's like Bugs Bunny, but instead of having hammer space, he has horse space. Power to conjure an unlimited number of horses from the nether realm. Hey, sir. What's up? Sorry, horsey.
You bastards killed a lot of innocent people.
Yeah. I think that the aim assist is really important to the fantasy of a game like this. Especially given that it's established that Marston is competent. You get to focus more on strategy than just the boring did you aim correctly, which isn't fun in most cases. At least not with the controller.
Look what I got here.
Or Breath of the Wild West.
Still breathing. Come here, boy.
Nice, Zagi. That's a good stretch.
Norman Deek. Nice to see you again, buddy. Thanks for your help, John. Norman here is going to help us get to Bill. Ain't you, Norman?
Thank you, Mr. Dick. Mighty kind.
Fuck you! Hog time. Let's get him to jail.
Cool. That was my last main mission, wasn't it? Alright, now I go back and do bounty again. Cost you significantly less to convince officers of the law to turn a blind eye. Gotcha.
What have you got for me?
I might just record it offline by myself. I think Apex is playing World of Warcraft now. Tried to avoid spoilers, so I'm excited to see what's in it. So, Ludifex's point that part of the tone difference is Westerns are about lawlessness. I think that's a really interesting point. in a Western, these horrific things happen, and it's not scary, so to speak, because you're like, oh, well, it's a place where there are no laws and there are no consequences, so of course crazy, ridiculous shit like that's gonna happen. Bandits are gonna show up, invade a home, string up the patriarch of the family, and rape all the women. I'm not horrified by that. It's not a good thing, but it's not treated as darkly as a horror movie might. But in a different film, or a different game,
This is nasty.
if you're not in a lawless setting, part of the horror is the corrupting of the status quo. Like, what makes home invasion so scary is that you can feel generally secure in your home and not have to worry about bandits showing up and murdering everyone. That looks like a bunny. There we go. It's 1, right? Hey, it did count. Thank goodness. I've actually seen some good horror-like treatments that end up being more about those invasions of the status quo. Like, I think that's a lot of what's magical about Get Out. It's like social horror. There's like a real horror element too, but you kind of get this feeling that this isn't okay, this isn't right. That's probably true of anything. Like, you establish in a game like, you know, Grand Theft Auto that if you drive far enough and fast enough away, there are no consequences for your actions. And suddenly, the tone is very different in that game, right? Notice this game is kind of conspicuous in its lack of treatment of Native Americans yet, although there was a line at the beginning of the game that I at least took to suggest that Marstead might have some native blood in him. Women complaining about it on the train. Black Mirror had an episode that featured a shade of romantic horror that you enjoyed as a new fear.
Let's go.
Hey, that's nice. They got to do the cool puzzle that we playtested. Survivalist. Collect 6 desert sage in addition to any you may already have. They are found in and around Gap Village. Completionist parties in D&D. Get a whole session talking to NPCs, Yukupo. I'm of multiple minds on that. Like what the correct approach is to do as a GM. I think that it's... the players are enjoying an experience. There's no reason to take them away from it soon just to get a balance of activities. Alright, we have to hurry up to the dungeon now.
Well, can I help you? Hello there. What brings a fine specimen like yourself to my humble establishment?
Establishment? This place looks like a schoolhouse.
Nice. That's what I meant.
Have you not seen the future, my friend? We make dreams! Are you not a devotee of the cinematic arts?
Arts is what you call it?
Granted, I only have a poor imitation of the true Nickelodeon. But that is why I am to build my new film studio.
You can't have a Grand Theft Auto game without
with
a
its
film
cheap
studio.
land and fine climate, the second center for the motion picture industry. Hell, a couple good years and I'll be here. I'll produce adventure stories, as well as melodramas for the ladies, and even some fantastical shorts for children young and old. Heard there's an old ranch ripe for exploitation just north of here. Apparently the owner is a frequent lover and loser at the liar's dice tables over at Thieves' Landing. If you could do
Right.
me the favor to wrest control from him, I'd reward you quite highly. A career in the arts awaits.
I'll see what I can do. Not much of a high-stakes gambler, and movies seem like drivel.
Drivel? No, sir. We speak to a man's soul. Listen, if you run into a chap named Spatchcock, tell him to get back to work.
Who?
Spatchcock. Trained as the finest gunslinger and hero in motion picture history. Then the fool began to believe it was for real. And now he's run off to become a gunslinger. For real. Heard he's in Benedict Point. Fool will have himself
Spatchcock.
killed if you don't help.
If I see him, I'll tell him.
A producer credit awaits, sir.
A pretty good Futurama episode where they joke about the producer credit and like immediately cut to Matt Groening's producer credit. Actually, I think that was the desert sage I needed, wasn't it? Wait, what are you guys doing? Yikes. That's grim.
You little beauty.
I'm still kind of struggling in event missions like that to know who the good guys and the bad guys are, which is probably part of the point, but I'm worried, like, is that a crew of lawmen? If I shoot at them, am I gonna lose a bunch of honor?
Let's go.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I'm about to walk into a wall here. I thought so. Those guys were not attacking me.
Come on. Yeah.
Naturally, sir. So looking for bunnies. What's your policy on that? Do you warn them? Do you say, are you sure? I think it can be fun both ways. The table where any declaration is automatically true. Now, this is my first time playing it, Jacob. A blind playthrough. We like to talk about things I should be doing, things that haven't happened yet in the game, or other such topics. If you type !hide before your message, that will direct it only to other people in chat. I will not be able to see it. Try to avoid backseating or giving any spoilers.
Excuse me, Mr. Marston. Have you seen my father anywhere?
No.
He went out this morning to ride the land and was
No,
supposed
no,
to be
thank
back
you.
hours ago. I don't know. The ranch
Trying to be
hands
as
have been
blind
out
as
looking,
possible.
But so far they found nothing.
Well, come on, let's go look for him.
I'll ask, though, if I need direct help.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I'm sure it's nothing, but I worry about the old fool.
Come on!
But if you're frustrated at me not knowing how to play, you can type !hide before your message, and other people in chat can commiserate with you.
About this. It's not like him to be away for so long.
Don't worry.
75% of the fun.
Not as young as he used to be. What if he's hurt himself?
Your father can still handle himself just fine, Miss MacFarlane. He's built like an oak.
You're probably right, but I can't help worrying. He's all I've got.
Don't you have any brothers or sisters, Miss MacFarlane?
I had 6 brothers, but 5 of them died, either from sickness or foolish choices.
And the other one?
He left for the east and never came back. Must be getting on for 10 years ago now. He's a high and mighty banker in New York, according to his last letter.
He should be here, helping you and your pa.
I don't want his help. He can live his life any way he wants. But when I see those city fellers coming in on the railway, all dressed up like a sore toe, I fear a little for his soul. He switched his saddle for a tie, and that's fine. I just never met a man in a tie I could trust.
Hear that?
Look, I think I see someone. Yeah! Quick as you can!
Let's go!
Stay with me!
I'm coming.
Daddy! What happened?
Oh, jeez.
Rustlers, I guess. Maybe they're
Wilford
smaller
Brimley.
twins, that bunch. Now you head back to the ranch right now and fetch your wagon.
Yes, sir.
Marstead, you watch after her.
I'll do that, sir.
It's a bad idea to split up right now. Whoa! What could have happened to those poor men? And their horses were dead, too.
I think we should get back there as soon as we can.
Who could have done something like that?
Your boss seemed to have an idea who it was. Let's just do what he says and get the wagon.
Giddy up! Those damn rustlers! I've got
Didn't
a
cross
good
my
mind
desk
to head
back
over
in
to Pike's
2010.
Basin myself.
I don't think that's a good idea.
And you're no better. How many men have you killed?
Do you really want to know?
It's disgusting.
You never met the men I killed.
I heard the way you talk about that gang you were in, like there was some twisted morality to what you did.
We all have a code. Only some of us don't realize
The outlaw with the code? How wonderfully romantic. The reluctant murderer, the noble criminal. There's nothing more depressing than a man who's found a way to think the bad and... Oh my God! The bar's
Everyone has
on
their
fire!
private crimes for not having played some awesome game. More than a handful. I still have more than a handful, with that being the entire focus of the stream. Beaten, what, like 200 games so far?
We can't get through the doors! It's too dangerous! Try and get into the loft, Martin! Climb up the windmill!
Working on it. Oh, I see. Ledge climbing is apparently technically new. Jumping in a GTA game, oh boy, a little stressed by that.
Help me, will you?
What not to do in a fire?
Somebody get them horses out!
It's an arbitrarily large number of people that I've killed. Haven't run into the redemption yet. Seen a lot of red and dead. Oh, ouch.
He got the door open!
There's a cool camera angle shift there. Slap the horses on the butt. Ride the last horse out of the burning. Cool. Now we'll have to shoot him.
You sure know how to handle yourself. Thanks, Marston.
Yes, John,
No
thanks.
problem.
Well, you
Guy
saved
has
the
a
ranch.
robust
If you'll excuse
stash.
me, I've got chores to attend to.
Hey, hold on a second over there.
Sincerely, John. Thank you.
Well, did all I could, Miss MacFarlane. Sorry about all the damage.
Be careful not to talk about anything that hasn't happened in the game yet.
You out of here.
Yeah, well.
Or give me any advice about what to do. If you want to talk about that stuff, you can type hide before your message.
White trash.
White trash can be pretty frightening.
Well, they don't frighten me.
Thanks for clearing chat. Whoever cleared.
John, my family owes you a great debt.
I think you got enough debt. You saved my life. All I ask of you is this. If I get back home and get my farm started back up, you'll sell me some cattle. I prefer doing business with people I know.
Of course, Mr. Marston. It'd be my pleasure. Well, you get some rest. I've got to go see how my father's bearing up.
Back to... Armadillo. What it is about Western settings that make them particularly, like,
Let's go.
fertile ground for puns.
Yeah. Come on.
I keep skipping all of the herbs that I pass by, and it makes me very sad. I could just stop skipping it. I should need to train myself to see them rather than just watch for them popping up on the minimap. Hey, thanks, Eternus. Appreciate that.
It's good to have you. You're super awesome.
Thanks. You too. Have a good week, Eternus. Appreciate it. Well, it's hard. Westerns, I feel like, are... When you think of cliches, I think a lot of people think of the Western. I don't know, when you do like a video game treatment like this one, I feel like you're trying to celebrate the cliches in a lot of ways. Do some things differently. Lots of different ways to spin it, right? It definitely makes it tricky to go back and watch some of the older movies, which like are the origin of the cliches. Sorry, dude. Unfortunately, that doesn't appear to be a crime. Hanging Bonnie MacFarlane? What?
All right, but it's got to be something to do with that government boy.
We'll talk to him, find out what he knows.
Fucking is. Where is she, Marston?
Who?
Who? My daughter, you fucking scum. Where's Bonnie?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since after the fire. Why?
Why? Because she hadn't been seen since yesterday afternoon. You know, I don't think I can cope. If I lose
Does
another
Wilford
child...
Brimley think it's
Nobody's
me?
lost anything yet. I'm sure she's fine.
You don't need to be so rude, friend. Yeah.
Mr. Marshall! Come out, wherever you are!
Who the hell's that?
Hey, buddy! That'd be your next lucky mare.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
Even better! Good day, Mr. MacFarlane.
Get down from that horse, boy, or I'll shoot.
I wouldn't recommend that, mister. Not if Drew MacFarlane wants to see his Bonnie back in one piece. Hey, Mr. MacFarlane! This is a nice girl you got there.
That's
Get out from
fucked.
there. You know, part of me's got to thinking I should just marry her myself. Give her a baby and that.
What do you want?
Maybe not.
That's better. I want Norman Deek. I want him set free. Then you get your daughter back, mister.
We don't do deals with outlaws, boy.
Yeah, you do. Let's not waste each other's time pretending otherwise. Old government themselves ain't much more than a bunch of crooks. This is the land of opportunity, mister. And I'm giving you the opportunity to get your daughter back before 15 friends of mine take out all their anger and their loneliness on her.
That's
Where the hell is
fucked
she?
up.
Where is she, boy? Bring Deke up to Tumbleweed in a couple hours. And don't get no funny ideas, or I will slit that whore's throat myself. You boys have a pleasant afternoon. Yeah!
What do we
I love that you boys have a pleasant afternoon.
You and me, Marshal. Mr. MacFarlane, I'll get you your daughter back. I owe her that.
Please do.
I'll teach you some respect for the law. Hurry up, boy. Let's go. Quick as you can, deputy. Make sure he's tied on good. Stay with me, Marstead.
I won't let anything happen to her, sir.
Whoa there. Come on, let's get this charmer to Tumbleweed. See, this
The
is what
mission
happens
title
when the
certainly
Federals
is
interfere in
distressing.
our affairs. Are you happy now?
No, I ain't happy at all. And I already told you, I ain't with the government.
Now you say that, John, but the only thing I know for sure is who sent you.
They made me come here. They gave me no choice. That's your federal
Yeah, I still need to
government,
fix
Mr.
it.
Johnson.
They come down here dressed as cocky as the King of Diamonds, talking a lot of flannel about helping us, about spreading peace and civilization in the West, but they brought nothing but trouble and taxes.
I agree with you. Wolves in sheep clothing, all of them. Rob you, then make you pay to have someone investigate the crime on your behalf.
People around here have been fooled into feeling protected, when they're worse off than they were before.
The fellas I know don't care about people. All they care about is lining their pockets. Why is this sorry son of a bitch so important to them?
Norman Deek, Williamson's right-hand man. In other words, a glorified errand boy.
Wait, Marshal! I'll be back for you!
Bill's standards have slipped.
We already filled you with lead once, you ugly
Deek's the kind of man who's mean enough to be second in command, but too cowardly and stupid to ever be a leader.
Don't ever use that line near your deputies. You know, for his sake, they'd best not have laid a finger on Miss MacFarlane.
Oh, nice. Have you started it yet, sir?
What is this place we're headed?
Tumbleweed, a lonely, god-forsaken place. Some people say it's haunted. It was quite a town back in its day. Then they built the railroad to Armadillo and went clean past Tumbleweed. That was that. Pretty soon everybody had up and left. Now it's just thieves, smugglers, and bandits. Scum like Deke here. Oh, popular spot for lynchings, too.
Let's try to avoid that if we can, Marshal.
Apax's advice to me when I eventually played 15 was to alternate playing story content and doing side quests, and not trying to just do a bunch of side quests at once or do a bunch of story at once. So most people's complaints about the game lead to them playing the game wrong, doing one of those two ways.
In and out of a burning barn to save their horses otherwise.
I know you helped, just like you helped me. But you got your reasons for doing it.
It's no secret why I'm here, Marshal. I told you the very first time I walked into your office.
I trust you. It's just all this business with Blackwater and Williamson and the past. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard not to have doubt.
I understand. I never planned to be in the lawman business neither.
Apaxers are arguing that all of the good characterization comes from the side content.
That's madness.
Ain't much difference between the two, as far as I can tell.
There have to be rules, Marston. Even you must understand that.
It's easy to make up rules, but they ain't much use if people don't understand why. Like my son, if I tell him not to do something, he'll do it anyways, just to spite me. If I punish him, he resents me for it. But if I show him why it's wrong, at least he has reason not to do it again.
Hell yeah, Mercer.
Outlaws were nothing more than animals. Just look at Deke here. civilization. Your boy steps out of line, you whack him. He does it again, whack him harder.
You're a good man, Marshal, and I respect what you're trying to do. But from what I've seen since I've arrived here, the law ain't really working.
Criminals are like weeds, Marstead. Quick as you stomp one out, another one sprouts up in its place.
Right, I can hear that. Yuko.
You don't grab you myself, I swear!
Definitely,
Oh, God damn it! I ain't no use to you dead!
run into all different methods of parenting.
Oh, slow down, will ya?
I'm very familiar with the do it because we told you to.
Across the bridge!
It must be a loading bridge. Very nice. Or a nice dread building slow down to the action.
John, you'll be exchanging the prisoner for Bonnie in the middle of town.
Not do as we say, not as we do, but
Keep your
I don't
eyes
need to
open.
give you a reason for why you
Zero
should do
deputies
something. You should do it because I told you to.
You bet. Besides, Norm,
Loading and load bearing.
shield, ain't you, Norm?
Womp.
Be my pleasure.
John, you lead Deke into town. Make the exchange.
I'm sure it's been nice for the boys to have a whore to play with.
And my thing is, if you receive an instruction and you ask why, that's not an act of rebellion. Just useful to know why you're being told to do something, whether you agree with it or not.
Save some of that breath for breathing.
Come on now, boys, cut me loose.
Where's Bonnie? I thought we had a deal.
Well, you thought wrong. We don't make deals with the law.
That sure worked. It's a trap. Take cover. John, got the body before they kill her.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Although actually it was sort of obvious.
Right. Sometimes, you know, explaining it takes too much time when it's something that needs to be done urgently. I agree. But different from having an atmosphere where there's no expectation that anything will ever be explained to you. Because I think a lot of kids will quickly interpret that attitude as, oh, you don't actually have any reason for wanting any of this done. It's just arbitrary. Oh dear. Oh, super deer. It's a bummer.
You're gonna be.
That was even the name of the mission, too, and it was so distressing.
Get away from her! Come on, you fucking you're a sorry bunch of wannabes!
Okay, well, she did get hanged.
Bonnie, are you
Didn't think
okay?
this game would let me shoot the rope. It's not like Breath of the Wild.
I'm fine now, Mr. Marstead. Thank you. Thank you. What the hell took you so long, you stupid man?
Well, you weren't exactly helping me.
If you think I'm gonna lower myself by making a joke about being all tied up, you got another thing coming. Come on.
Let's go. Rio Bravo. Glad I checked the map. I was about to go the wrong way. Still looking for rabbits. It's part of why I'm not fast traveling. If you see one, just type R. I'll turn around and go try to track it down.
Let's go. Yeah.
There's not inventory space in this one. It's not like Horizon, but I have a sharpshooter mission to kill 5 of them, and I've only seen 1 in the entire game so far. Oops. Shooting a coyote? If Ben ever gets out of the house, he will be coyote food for sure. Shit. I like how this isn't the danger base. This is like action spoons.
That's one.
I was really worried that I just shunted into the horse's body and then I was gonna like cause him to glitch out and die like the last horse. We do have a counter for number of horses that I get killed. Currently at 3. 2 of them were definitely my fault. Coyotes aren't great at catching prey. Could also be bear food. Or mountain lion food. Yeah, you just recently walked past some on your way to work, right, Kat? Don't worry. You can scare a coyote's away. I don't think you can scare a bear away. Lucky a bear hasn't come after our grill yet.
Let's go. Yeah.
Somebody posted some pictures in our HOA building of a bear climbing up on the 2nd story balcony to get at a bird feeder. Just see bird feeders as like free calories. Assault on Fort Mercer. Here we go. Coyote is a ridiculous word to pronounce. I've heard some people out here call them coyotes. I think they're being smarmy.
John?
Marshal?
Gentlemen!
It's all the usual suspects.
It's time. We must go.
Why? What's happening?
Seth has managed to get himself inside. But we can't leave it too long, or they will soon realize how very curious he is and remove him from the premises. Or slit his throat and watch him bleed to death. But for a minute, he will delight and amuse them. That's when he'll get us inside.
Okay.
Marshals of the law, when the shooting starts, take that as your cue to start awarding each other medals.
Don't you mean how much of an idiot he is?
I mean, take that as a cue to get inside and clean up the mess.
Oh. All I care about is Williamson. It is vital we stop him.
Agreed. That man is a stone-cold killer.
Williamson's a proud fool. The question is which will win out between his pride and his instinct for survival.
Ensconce yourself in the back of my wagon, John, so that we can make our grand...
When were Gatling guns actually invented? I've heard of, or I've seen media that has like Civil War era people using them.
Come on,
Let's go.
This is a Trojan horse.
All right, good. Now just stay put till I tell you otherwise. That scoundrel Seth had better not let
1861.
us down.
Interesting.
Once we're inside and I've lulled our adversaries into a false sense of security with some beguiling sales patter, I will give you the signal.
What signal?
The moment you hear a sharp rap on the side of the wagon, rise like the phoenix and start shooting like you've never shot before.
Cool.
This is it, my dear boy. The moment
Yeah,
of
me
truth.
too, Size.
Me and you, John. One last time into the breach. This is going to have to be the performance of my life. I hope my nerves don't get the better of me. I'll be honest with you, John, I'm a little jittery. John? John?
It reeks of miracles back here.
Thank God. I'll be ready with that machine gun, my dear boy. I'll be a sitting duck in there.
Something's gonna go wrong, right? You gotta be. Well, I guess video games are the exception. In most movies and TV shows, if they tell you the plan, it can't go exactly according to the plan, otherwise it would be pointless for them to have spent the screen time telling you the plan. But in a video game you can do that because then you have to execute on the plan, right?
Immortality was at hand. What would you say if I told you I could teach you to fly? What would you say if I told you I could turn a man into a beautiful woman? Impossible, yes, once, but no more. Gentlemen, I bring you wisdom from the East.
Unless if they tell you the plan while it shows a montage of the plan happening, exactly.
The best
Futurama
medicines
thing.
and the newest inventions available for you and your families. Exotic trinkets from the far reaches of the earth.
In order to preserve the suspense, I'll only tell you more after the heist has
Are
begun.
you men of physical skill and athletic physique? This miraculous elixir can keep the muscles supple and relax the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of vigor and freshness to the whole system. Why, some men have reported to me that after drinking it for 1 month, they can chew through steel.
What the hell? It's a trap!
I thought he was just gonna shoot through the inside of it.
Now, Jack, now!
It's Frank's. Use meds? I just had regenerating health this whole game. Good time to stand up, buddy. I'm glad you're a video game character.
This is a nightmare! For the love of all that's holy!
Who wants me now? I'm never making it!
Nice roll, dude. Slide. I know, right?
Fucking dang pig.
Oh, was he over there using a pistol? No kidding.
The other side of the fort.
All right, let's go. Let's find those bastards.
Hell no.
I really want to loot all these guys, though. I shouldn't bother with looting, it's too much work. Just try not to stress about all the lost opportunity. That was pretty rough, I remember that. December 2015.
Come on, boy, cover me. This
He 100% knocked the Bowser amiibo spikes first into my head. Let's try to get fed. Now I don't have anything hiding above me anymore. I used to have a shelf right above my head in California.
To the victor, the spoil. Don't make me pull this trick, mister.
That's my ally. Oops.
I think that's most of them, boys. Go on, let's regroup.
All of my allies are actually kind of competent. I don't remember where I was playing then. Probably Xenoblade Chronicles.
We still can't find Williamson anywhere.
What game did you come in on, Naki? Thank you, I appreciate that.
That fool must be hiding.
Men, it is time to start tearing this place apart and find
When I
out
see
where
10?
he's cowering.
Sounds like the right timing.
Sense of urgency here, please. Open the gate. It's the snake oil guy.
Get the goddamn gate open and lock it behind him.
Oh, we've got company, gentlemen. These
Good.
scoundrels have got
Decent number of folks from
reinforcements
10.
running
Yukupo
this
as well.
way. Oh my good lord above! There must be 100 of them.
Need to play 10 again, I know, right? Is 10 one of the games that's getting re-released on Switch? I don't think so, right? It's like 7, 9... Oh, it is? In that case... Final Fantasy is probably one of the only series that I would really want to replay. Maybe some Zelda games here and there. I had somebody ask me that at PAX. They're like, so do you recommend playing a game, beating it, and then never playing it ever again? I'm like, no. Not if you're just trying to grow your channel. I like it because it makes my channel a little bit different from others, but I've never been able to go like, oh man, this game is particularly attractive to Twitch viewers. I'm just going to keep playing it for a couple more months. But it was part of a nested point about, like, if you focus too much on one game, you risk most of the people watching you only watching you for that game and not watching you for you or your community. So I was able to phrase it as it's a balance, you know. If you find that you do really well with Chrono Trigger, you can play it more, but just be wary that as your audience grows from that, they might get mad when you switch to something else.
You'll never get him. Javier Escuela. He's gone to see Javier Escuela.
Yeah, I know, right, Kat? Because I can't auto-aim with the machine gun.
We're in Mexico.
I've been.
How should I know? Oh. Where in Mexico, you little
Let me think about that, this name. I can see doing, like, Renegade playthrough of Mass Effect, for example. But...
Yes, Bandit country.
Chupa feckin' Rosa. Well, I'll take you there, John. I'm real
Thanks,
popular
Irish.
down there. You just meet me at the ferry.
I have to figure out how to
I've got
do
lots of
it.
friends down south.
I'll see you at the ferry, Irish.
And just get me things.
I don't know if I'll ever finish
I'm
Andromeda.
sorry about this, John. I guess you'll be heading
Better to
Mexico.
not know.
So it would seem.
Actually, the first couple hours of that game were good because I had no idea where they were going with it.
Wonderful. A sweet, peace-loving people with the love of social justice. May you always find coin in your pocket. It's been a pleasure spending time with you, boy.
You too, Mr. West Dickens. Marshall?
All right, boys. That's enough.
Friend. I got through the opening part. So there's a part where the main character gets promoted to Pathfinder. Surprise! And I didn't play much further than that. But I kind of liked the way they were setting it up and the codex entries and things. It felt appropriate. Land of opportunity. How does it start to select? Complete the assault on Fort Mercer. It's not bad if you mostly stick to the main story. Really? I was actually worried that it was going to be the opposite, that the side content would be all the good stuff and that the main story would be what gets bad. One arc down. I do like loyalty missions. Sorry, horse.
Come on, let's get this over with.
Thought you were a person I was looting. He's pretty good at that. Figure out how much horse meat I end the game with.
This'll fetch a good price.
Going to Irish.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Doesn't drag out as much. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I am not a graphics snob. I've seen some people be really snobby about modern 3D graphics. I was just recently reading people complaining about grass textures in Final Fantasy XIV being not good enough for 2008 or something, and it's like I almost could not care less about that. And it seemed like a lot of the complaints about Mass Effect Andromeda were graphics oriented. Oh shit. Wow. That wasn't a fall, it was a slide. Nice job, horse. Almost ready to go press the Marstead kill the horse button. Oh, why does that matter? I assumed I could do all the side quests whenever I wanted this name. Because I don't have that many are outstanding. Oh, I don't have to come back for them? This game is on there as main plus extra, and I do want to do the stranger missions. I was kind of hoping to just do them as I ran into them, but I guess that's what you're saying, is that I won't be running into them because I'm going to a different part of the map.
That's what I've been after.
Oh, good call for pointing it out, though. I didn't realize that that's what I was moving toward. Regime where I'd be in a different area. I guess that's kind of how Grand Theft Auto works, though, isn't it? Like, after you get to a certain story point, you unlock a new part of the island. It was previously, like, arbitrarily blocked off. Yeah. I think they totally are. I look at, like, obscenely good graphics. All I see is the dollar signs associated with it. Like, it's great when a game can do it very well. Like, the graphics in that Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice game, really good, outstanding, probably enhance the experience in a lot of ways. But I always see that and I go, huh, I wonder what they didn't include in this game so that they could make it this pretty. You know? no offense to graphics artists, Yukipo. I'm glad you guys are getting paid to do your job, but even then, like, you know, you could probably work on a, you could work on a project that isn't so demanding. I think, how do I phrase it? You can only polish a turd so much, you know, once you've rendered your pretty looking barrel, you can only spend so much time, so many hours and so many man hours and dollars spent making that barrel prettier and prettier. At some point you have to just say it's a good enough barrel and move on. I think that that's a artistic talent as well, knowing when something is good enough. It's very hard. Oh shit, that was a bunny. No! Please don't ever run away, please don't ever run away. Whew. Been searching for him.
Lie still.
Okay, I need 3 more bunnies, and hopefully the future sharpshooter missions are for something not so tiny. Your team has to be in sync and understand where the bar is. The bar always goes up because that's what people do. Right. Yeah. So, you've had experience in the industry for a while. Let me see if I can phrase the question intelligently. I know what I want to ask in my head, but I don't know how to word it. Is it getting easier and easier to make higher and higher quality art? Obviously, there are certain tools that have made some kinds of art easier and easier to make over time. But I wonder if we've already passed the point where, you know, it's now costing more per year as standards go up, but the tools aren't making it equally fast, according to the rate of increase of the cost of doing it. If that makes any sense. Wonder if we've like plateaued on how good tools can be to automate things from an art perspective. Depends on style. If you're trying to be photorealistic, it takes a lot of the good. Right. Overwatch, I think, is gorgeous. I'd love for more games to be stylized. They age better too. A lot of great new tools in the last few years, but not working in a AAA environment. Gotcha.
This place is deserted.
Yes, well,
Do you have any
that's what makes you such an interesting
high-level examples of a tool that maybe exists now and didn't exist 5 years ago?
Marston, I've come
Curious.
to wish you well. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
It seems that our friend Mr. Irish here is well connected south of the border.
Oh, cool. We go into Mexico?
They love me down there. It's like a
They
second
mentioned it
home.
in
I've got
the
more friends than you
stats
could shake a
screen.
stick at, should you so desire.
So you know the way?
Oh, it's easy. We just get on me raft here and let the current sweep us away to paradise. Come on then, Dubby.
I'm not sure your idea of paradise and mine are quite the same, Irish.
Relax. We'll have a great time and we'll find your man Williamson, no bother.
I hope so.
Hey, come on now. Look at it this way. I know we ain't exactly old pals, but, you know, have I ever done you wrong?
No, but not through lack of trying.
Hey!
Well, you boys have fun down there. I shall miss you, John Marston.
Thank you. Where are you headed?
Oh, me? Oh, London or Paris or maybe Peking. I'm a traveling man, sir. This land is much too small for the likes of me.
Well, try not to get yourself killed.
Oh, well, yes, we men of science are not a very loved bunch in this land of myth and superstition. I'm off to the civilized world where men like myself are revered and given medals. Ha!
Have fun.
The same to you, sir. The same to you.
Substance Painter, great for creating various texture maps you need. Shows you how your model works in real time as you work. Oh, okay. That's cool. That makes sense.
Nice of you to turn up for once, Irish.
What do you mean?
In usual fashion, you conveniently missed all the action at Fort Mercer.
What can I say? I woke up with me head in a pair of tits, and it felt ill-mannered not to get reacquainted with him.
At least you got your priorities straight.
You know me, Johnny boy. I'll be late to me own funeral. They say God invented whiskey to stop the Irish from ruling the world.
Well, you're here now.
Oh shit.
Look out, bandits!
Cut them off, Irish. We're sitting ducks here.
Is that a lady bandit?
You can still run away.
Calma, you got the wrong man. I should have probably mentioned there's a fountain.
I've actually heard, oh, I think I may have seen this on Drunk History, actually.
Hey, there's more ammunition in a box at the back of
They made this really interesting argument that, like, women were really empowered in the Wild West. One of the most significant times in history. Especially through, like, empires that started from whorehouses.
What do you think you're playing at?
I'll see if I can find, maybe I can post it in Discord later. It's a really interesting... It was either a documentary or it was Drunk History, but it still got the point across. If you haven't seen Drunk History, you should. It's pretty good. It's this guy who's like a super history nerd and wants people to better understand history, so he gets these like comedians. He tells them a story that they're supposed to share, and then he gets them super drunk, and he records them as they tell it. And the fun part is that they hire these really good actors to act out and lip sync what the drunk person is telling through the story. It turns out that's really hard to do. Like, pace your acting and your lip syncing with what the story is. Some of them are really, really good at it. I think it's on Hulu. Yeah. I've learned a lot from it. I'll laugh at it, but I've actually learned a good deal of stuff. I like how sometimes it boils down the story into its essentials, too. And Lincoln was like, nah, bro, I don't want to do that.
Well, this sure is pleasant. This ain't exactly the reception I was expecting.
You're not ones to forgive and forget, brothers. You must be thinking of another Irish fella.
What the hell did you do to these fellas?
I recorded with some money and perfectly understand about a fella's daughter, but the details... That's the fella!
See if this spring-wheeled rifle, that's the one I currently have, isn't it? Oh yeah, it is better. Nice.
I came into this world fighting, and I'll go out of it fighting.
Yeah, it went pretty well.
I expect you'll go out of it pissing your pants.
Tumbleweed.
This is the fourth time your so-called friends have nearly got me killed. I thought you said they loved you over here.
They do. At least the lassies do. Oh, them big brown eyes. Turn stone into butter, they would. Hey, the Mexicans know how to make a bottle of liquor, too. Oh, that pulque? Now, there's a drink as would take the frost out of a frosty morning. Oh, you're gonna have some fun.
I'm just here for Bill Williamson.
Well, I'm glad to be back. This place is a wild devil's paradise.
Apart from the fellas trying to kill you.
Down here, they call me El Rato, the cat, on account of me stealth and cunning.
I'm pretty sure Rato means rat, my friend. I like it, though. A little more inventive than Irish.
Well, you Americans never were very creative with your use of language, was you, John Marstead? Damn murder, sons of bitches! By that rock!
Sorry, one sec. Just realized that the game video is coming through extra dark on y'all's end. Should help bring the gamma slightly.
You're gonna leave this in a box!
Well, you will insist on fraternising with the notorious Irish outlaw. Go to hell, you God-funded bastard! I see you.
And the music here is great. This game's soundtrack is outstanding. Is that a mortar?
Run away, pal!
Oh shit. It's just TNT.
You're on top of the cliff, Marstead. There's the bastard.
Get him. Count mooks in games and make an infographic of how many people are murdered. Right.
You ain't getting another penny out of me.
I wonder what it would take to make a video game that was fun and had a much smaller number of enemies, you know? An obscene number of mooks seems to be a uniquely video game problem. Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus is perfect. It solves it by having no mooks.
So much for your damn connections, Irish.
Oh, there's Rainbow Six Siege. I didn't know Rainbow Six Siege had a campaign. I thought it was just the multiplayer.
Come on, we're all friends here. Friends! I want that money parents' way. Hate to disturb you there, Marstead, but will you kill him?
Oh, I probably need to actually press shoot, don't I? Apples may only be used on horseback. Horse pills.
Oh my good lord! You got the wrong man! I'll miss these escapades, Johnny boy, I really will.
Metal Gear Solid 1 only has like 20-something unique guard spawns. Yeah, it works pretty well. I think
There's a beach coming up on the left. Hang on, we'll be on dry land soon. Heads up!
it probably works in Metal Gear because it's a sneaking game. I wonder if you can have an action game
Glad to be getting out of that floating death trap.
that has significantly fewer mooks, but still has mooks. You know, doesn't go the extreme route of Shadow of the Colossus.
Before you degrade these poor fools any further.
I'm talking like a single-player campaign game, not a multiplayer game. Because multiplayer games, by definition, don't need quite as many people because you're not dependent on AI.
Welcomed us on the way.
Yes, I think so. I was real drunk last time I was here, John. You know how it is. I met an American guy, saw him shoot a man, drank with him in the village of Chuparosa. Funny guy. Or was that Canada? No, that was Canada. Guy here, not funny, but he's real nice. Failing that, you could try the provincial governor, Colonel something or other. Some Spanish name. He's based out of Escalera. Played three-card stud with him. Or was it four-card Monty? I forget. He was a real nice chap. Or maybe he was a real bastard. I was real drunk last time, John.
Well, thanks a lot for your help. Oh, let me guess. You gotta be on your way.
The famed hospitality isn't what it once was, and I've never been known to overstay me welcome. So off I go to greener pastures. Good luck, John. You're an angry and a fat, ugly man, but not a bad one.
I wonder how much a rideable horse cost in the Wild West. Hey, thanks for the follow on, Connor.
Come on.
Alright, so can I still fast travel back to the prior area? Oh, it looks like it's still on the map. Okay. Landon, Ricketts, to Santa. Make use of Irish ship. So let me warp, or not warp, but get directions to Landon, Ricketts. 10s to hundreds of dollars. Okay. Order of magnitude helps.
Step in front of a runaway train.
Oh, cool. Music lyrics.
Just to feel alive again. Pushing forward through the night. Aching just to lower side. It's so far, so far.
That's cool. The long ride song. I love this as a video game trope. Works better here versus the long ladder in Snake Eater 2. Dead middle of the game.
Who are you trying to impress? Steadily creating mess.
That was a really good song. That's the mesa where we live. Not in this game, obviously. The mesa we live on is called Barranca Mesa. This song, Fade There, was pretty awesome. That's cool. I wonder if they just expect the player to go here. There's no indicators on the map otherwise. Fantastic. That was really, really cool. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Junior. I wonder if it has different parts.
¡Hey, gringo! ¿Hablas español?
No, sir. Pardon, pero yo habla un solo poquito español.
Only speak a little Spanish.
Habla English?
But he meant the very small Spanish.
Hablo mucho inglés. Hablo filthy fucking bean eater. Hablo slippery little Mexican. Hablo little piece of shit. ¿Comprende, amigo? ¿Comprende? Hey, what are you doing here, gringo? I don't remember inviting you to my country.
I don't think you did, amigo. I mean you no harm.
He's not saying amigo, like he's saying
You
friend. Really.
mean us no harm? This is funny. What harm could you do to us exactly?
Nothing, amigo. Now, I appreciate the welcome committee, but I'd hate to spoil a beautiful afternoon on such beautiful land with any further unpleasantries.
I love this guy.
Hold it.
It's by far my favorite Rockstar protagonist, the ones
A
I've
little
seen.
taxation. I have a large family. Very big.
Not your amigo,
I too
I say.
have a family friend. So that we may see our families again, I suggest we part ways amicably.
Can I see the boots, gringo?
I think you can see him from where you're standing just fine, senor.
Take off the boots, Americano.
As you wish.
You really gave him a chance.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed, sir. What a great way to improve border relations. An
He looks
illiterate
like
farmer
Ocelot.
crossing the river, coming into their civilization and butchering the local peasants. Thank you
Not
very
your
much,
essay,
sir.
hombre.
Don't mention it, old man.
You kill peasants, you become a peasant.
I never aspired to be anything more.
A socialist, huh? No wonder you left America.
I'm many things. Most of them bad.
Who voices this
Man of
guy?
Political principles? No.
Well, then I fear Mexico may not be for you, sir.
Don't you worry about me.
Oh, but I do worry. An angry man a long way from home, a man who handles a gun as sloppy as you.
Sounds like Paul Lighting,
handle a gun okay,
talking through
partner.
some gruff.
As long as
but-
you're killing quail or peasants. But if you have to face another man, you don't stand a chance.
And you do?
Can show you a few tricks.
Red
Come
Asner.
with me.
Hold on. What's your
Okay.
name?
Not Marston, this guy.
And you?
I never had a name, mister. I was raised in an orphanage.
Ross
Real
Hagen.
American, huh? Wonderful. Just wonderful.
Twitch machine got unplugged. Huh. Seen that error.
Well, you won't make it in the circus, but you can shoot. Keep on practicing.
Thank you, old man.
Now, who are you?
No one interesting. Who are you?
Landon Ricketts. Not a name that means much anymore.
Means a little. You were famous when I was a boy.
I've been.
Yeah, killing men's a strange kind of fame. I was the fastest in my time. I must have been. I'm the only one left.
What are you doing here?
Living quietly. Waiting.
For what?
I don't know. And you?
I'm looking for a couple of men. Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela. Escuela's from here.
It could be. This whole place is teeming with Americans on the run. Mercenaries, locals hell-bent on revolution.
Revolution? Another one?
Yeah. Never really ends. This whole place has been a hotbed for revolution since before the Spanish left. Now there's another local guy running around promising the peasants their freedom. Just like the last 2 or 3. Local government, foul bunch. Colonel Allende, he runs this place like a feudal king. He's an awful individual.
Is that
Get this
so?
man some nano machines.
Until someone puts a bullet in his head. Come on, let's get back to it. You gotta keep that back straight. Otherwise it makes the gun jump.
See if the
Competent
scope makes a
NPC.
difference.
Now that's a real gun.
Check or replace a tag on an object.
Well done. Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Follow me. We're gonna try something a little more challenging.
Guess the marshal guy wasn't
Birds around here
completely
always raising
incompetent.
hell, scavenging and scaring the life out of the locals. I say we put your newfound skills to the test while doing a public service for the good people of Chuparosa. Here we'll do. I'm gonna scare up some birds. Let's see if you can take down more than one at a time. Nicely done, sir. You've been taught well. I'd have to say I'm surprised you heard of Landon Ricketts. I would have thought it
Ricketts a host for a mustache-shaped symbiote. I said someone else had a robust stash.
Still do
I
sometimes.
misspoke.
What, these days? I find that hard to believe. What do people say?
Oh, you know how them conversations go. Fellers arguing over who's the toughest, who's the fastest, and who shot people in the back.
I'd place good money on me still being the fastest.
Is that so, old man?
Ay, Senor Ricketts! Senor Ricketts! Senor Ricketts! Senor Ricketts! Por favor, senor. Our bank wagon's under attack just outside of town. We need your help again.
Whoa, slow down, Ramon. We'll take care of it.
Thank you, senor. Again, you are the savior of this town.
Well, my friend, are you ready to take a less theoretical exam?
Sure. I don't think I ever rode with no savior before.
Let's haul out. Time we put you to work on some bigger prey.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So why are you looking for these two men?
It's a long story. We used to ride together. We was all friends once.
Only a buzzard feeds on his friends. There must be a high bounty on their heads.
What would you do if somebody took the people you love and told you they'd die if you didn't do as they asked?
I'd show them what a big mistake they'd made. There they are. Follow me.
A ver si te pego en el culo.
Just keep your distance, use Deadeye to take out the capture.
Too close!
Oh, do I have to mark now? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Did I show you all that back there for nothing? Shoot somebody!
Gracias a Dios. Me salvaron la vida. Ah,
rest in peace, my friend.
Bandito
All right, let's
outfits.
move out. Everybody stay alert.
Yeah.
The extra O makes him twice as fierce. Has I know I've mentioned this already several times, but have like Jeff Kaplan or anyone else on the Overwatch team commented on the inspiration of this game? Gas lantern. So I see.
So much for this quiet life of yours, Mr. Ricketts.
I didn't say I'd become a coward. I'm not gonna stand by.
Because the high noon power is identical to this Deadeye ability.
They don't know how lucky they are.
Damn right they don't. My sourcasting good little
I guess there's a couple other characters in that game that totally feel like they're inspired by characters from other games. Obviously, Team Fortress 2 being the most obvious one, but
Nunca podré agradecer lo suficiente.
Buy me a whiskey later, and we'll call things about even.
yeah, I love that Blizzard does that. Current Deadeye level 3 of 3. Now I have the hard Deadeye version.
Stay close to the perro and his entrenador. Any problemas? Call me. Stay close to the perro, hijo, as you were instructed.
Dog buddy.
Tengo una cosita para enseñarte.
Don't think you'll be wanting this no more, friend.
Keep up with the dog. Can do. Yeah, I think that the look of McCree and Marston is a common origin for those two things, right? But the attack is like... it's too close.
That's it, run! I guess that's that.
Get it, doggo. Law, doggo.
Take him down, boy! Hey, get away from there! There's more where that came from! What have we got here?
What's the red meter in the bottom right? I thought that was my health for the longest time. Bandito outfit menu entry updated. Let me scope that out. Sidewinder Gulch. I think I want to get all these outfits before we beat the game. I like the tasks to unlock them. It's very cool. And do more doggo missions. There's a Deadeye meter, you think? Oh, I haven't played Boger yet.
Hello, sir.
May as well. In terms of the force bet called the small blind, the person left to the dealer must bet half of the minimum bet. Okay. Person left to the small blind must post the big blind. This is a force bet equal to the minimum bet for the game. Okay. Texas Hold'em, which they're doing probably because it's easy to do in a video game. Texas Hold'em's fairly new, isn't it? 2 diamonds? I guess it could be a flush.
Call. You born chicken? Or you just lost your balls?
Folding is giving up.
Fair enough.
When the minimum bet is 0, a player can check. This means they will bet nothing. Ah. It's knocking on the table, I assume. I haven't actually played much poker. First 3 shit cards are called the flop. This is followed by a round of betting. I see. So, it's possible that I could get a flush if I get 2 more diamonds. This player must either call or raise the bet. Hold'em's early 1900s? Huh. It's only recently gotten incredibly popular.
I'm calling.
Alright, that's a flush.
Count me in.
And then they just folded. Nice, they didn't even get to display it. It's funny. They got to Vegas in the 60s. So it'd be nice to be able to see their cards. By that I meant the cards on the table, but that hasn't happened yet, I see.
Pick up, check.
2 diamonds, 7, 6, and there's a 10.
Mi amor, ven aquí. Tengo una cosita para enseñarte.
Yeah, I'm gonna fold real quick from there. Yes.
Gringo, you don't give us chance to win back our dinero.
I gotta go, but that was fun.
I did not give you a chance to win back your dinero. Sorry, friend.
I'll have to politely decline this time, ma'am.
You guys doing alright in here?
Aprecia el arte aquí.
So you're facing a raise, there's no reason to fold. Hi Ben. Hi Marty. Marty, it really bothers me when you fit through tiny spaces like that. You're not a cat that's really designed to make graceful moves like that. Oh. Sure, why not? Oh, it was for the Mexican poncho. True for most cats. Marty's balance issues, he's also easily spooked. So if he starts climbing underneath my monitor and then I move slightly and make him think he's about to get fed, he'll just jump up and take the whole monitor out with him.
I'm so
Ben is like that. Marty has the balance portion of his brain didn't develop all the way, so he walks like he's drunk.
fine. How are you, Mr.
He shouldn't even really be jumping.
I'm good.
That just shows you how hungry he is that he's
You were
trying.
Just telling me about Mr. Escuela.
Javier Escuela?
Emilio,
Cerebral
let me ask you
hypoplasia.
something.
So you can probably Google a video of a cat with it and kind of see what it's like.
Javier Señor Escuela is Javier to see?
No sé, señor.
He doesn't know.
I got that bit. Ask him, was he about 5'8"? Mustache? Did he have an American in tow? A big American?
Emilio, the Stabacon, Grande Americano?
Yo no sé.
No.
Again, I got that.
But they do have his sister. Emilio's, I mean. She's a fine young woman.
Guy looks like Adam Driver.
A human being. Not the clothed vermin so many people seem to have turned into.
Tell him I'm sorry.
When a man's family is involved, you need a little more enthusiasm than mere apologies.
I have enough worries, sir. This man's problems pain me, but they're not quite my own.
Those who sit on the fence make a choice, in their own way. Don't you think, Mr. Marston?
Of course. And what about you, Ricketts? A man living in the past? Man who ran away from home? What choice did you make?
I'll tell you what choice I made. I'm a fighter, sir, and I'll fight to the end. I think we should get going. I'm gonna take the train. You can come with me or ride ahead to El Matadero.
Hablan de un precio a la cabeza de Capitán de Santa.
I appreciate the choice to not subtitle the Spanish and English.
I've been
That's
hearing
cool.
some things about you, John Marston. Really? That perhaps you're more in need of my help than I thought.
Not on a traditional
Is that
fence.
so?
that some recent encounters with this Bill Williamson fella haven't gone exactly in your favor.
Funny how everyone seems to know my business, but nothing about the men I'm looking for.
It isn't easy getting the locals to talk.
Didn't occur to me to check, but could I have gone back to Bill Williamson's Fort Mercer earlier without having done the quests and tried to harass them? I guess I couldn't get over the wall.
It's the only way to travel, so they keep telling me. We'll get off at Casa Madrugada and ride from there.
Something that's really interesting to me is what genres exist because of a specific combination of history, geography, politics, technology, you know. Is there like, how many alternate universes are there that don't have westerns because we didn't have trains and horseback travel at the same time as all this other lawless stuff? So a lot of these things seem critical to the genre and what the genre means, you know. Anyway, interesting idea. It kind of holds us back creatively because I think a lot of our creative efforts are, oh, it's a western in space, you know. It's hard to think of something without combining elements from our known genres. Samurai movies come to mind, which are semi-analogous to westerns. Now, did that happen in a vacuum? Or were westerns inspiring samurai movies and samurai movies inspiring westerns? Oh my god, Marty, do not climb under there. So cat cam on and show you what he's planning to do. Cat cam's up. Don't try to climb under there, Mark. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ben, you don't do it. Yeah, now you're pushing them off there. You're a jerk. Do you know that? Stories exist before. If I get a bunch of skilled mercenaries tossed to the wind in a relatively lawless world, created the rest. That's cool to think about. You know, I wonder if there are like elemental stories that if you re-simulated humanity 100 times, we'd always end up telling those basic story formulas. Like, is that just a coincidence that this is how we happen to appreciate narrative because of all of the built-up, you know, coincidences of culture throughout thousands of years? Or could you describe it mathematically? You know? Is a hero's journey going to happen every single time? Or do we just do it because it's tradition? Is it a social construct? I wonder how much that connects to, like, what gives us dopamine hits. You know? What we see as satisfying. I guess the more stories I experience, then the more like games I play, movies I watch, TV shows I watch, the more I think it's math and not, you know, it's nature, not nurture. There is a right way to tell stories, at least for humans who appreciate them. Some of both.
Come on!
All right, let's head to El Matadero. See what they know.
Heroism, love the trail.
We need to find a man called Carlos. I was told he could help us. We'll ask around when we get there.
This area is really
draw
pretty.
attention. See if you can keep your gun holstered for once.
You're the hero around here, Mr. Ricketts, not me. What does the army want with this Luisa girl anyway?
She's a rebel, and apparently close to their leader, Reyes. She's a pretty young thing. That's normally reason enough for Allende.
So I've heard.
She's a good woman, a teacher. If they lay a finger on her, I swear I'll feed those bastards the balls.
This area looks a lot more like New Mexico than the previous map.
Here we are.
At least the part that I live in.
Whoa! All right, let's find this Carlos
Lots of
guy.
reds. Right, Yukubo. I remember being really surprised. I read Beowulf for fun in high school, and the scene where he tricks Grendel is written almost like a movie.
Held up in the caves.
Yes. She's still up there. Who's the cowboy?
Very cinematically described 1,000 years ago.
Muy bien. I can distract the guards. You and the gringo can get inside.
Let's do it.
Breaking Bad's pretty
I
accurate.
will keep them talking, senor. The rest I will leave to you.
All right, let's find Luisa.
Pretty standard town. A lot of that Pueblo plaster color everywhere. In fact, in Santa Fe, your buildings sometimes have to conform to that, so you'll see like a subway that's in like a red clay building. Doo-doo. Jesus, Marty. He just fell because he heard Andrea come home.
Hey, hola. ¿Qué tal?
¿Qué quieres? No puedes estar aquí.
Hace calor hoy. Bien bochornoso, ¿verdad?
No lo voy a decir otra vez. No puedes estar aquí.
Oye, soy yo, Carlos. Pues trabajo en el matadero.
No me importa quién eres. Esta es una zona militar prohibida.
What's up?
Me gustan sus botas. Muy bonitas. Mi hermana tiene las mismas.
Pinche campesino de mierda. Te voy a colgar al lado de tus cerdos.
Váyanse al infierno.
Picking up like every third word.
Well, I say we've waited long enough. Come on, let's get into those caves.
Where's my cover, Marston? Pare! Ahora mismo! Too late to talk about things! That's it, partner.
This way. Don't give him any room.
It's interesting that they make the game harder with respect to Deadeye.
Hightail's over, kid!
It's a neat way to
Animal seat, just a girl!
make the game harder. I actually prefer having more control. I kept accidentally shooting people's horses when I didn't mean to because I was just passing the reticle over them.
Follow me. Nearly there.
She must be in here. I'm gonna see if I can blow the door open. You keep guard. There'll be more on the way. Deal with those bastards, Marston.
Working on it.
Run away, pal!
Whoa, shit. Snap cover, chill way out. Moonwalker. The added control outweighs a slight increase in difficulty, right?
Stand back, damn it! Here goes.
Could you shoot dynamite? This is not like a C4, maybe you can.
Come on, boy.
Yeah, I don't think
Poor
so
girl's
either.
barely alive. Let's get the hell out of here before any more of them show up.
It's like all ammunition in fiction world is incendiary. Ben, don't knock back.
¡Imbécil! ¡Estas balas lo dejarán inválido! ¡Toma, pelado! ¡Damn! Too close!
Come on, this is our chance.
If it ain't me, it's someone else.
Come
Looks
on.
like Carlos left us some horses. Come on.
Needs an initial compression wave.
Let's go before any more of them show
Difference
up.
between dynamite and TNT, right?
Look out, more of them bastards.
And your cat, Andrea. He's being a real jerk.
He's persistent.
Do you admire that about him?
I do.
You're ridiculous.
Stop! The girl is our property!
I'm enjoying this game a lot more now that I've decided not to loot anyone. Unless if they're like directly in my path or I need ammo. Feeling a little bit of a optimization pang every time I don't do it, but that seems like I could always farm money later if I really needed to.
Let's go.
Ben.
Damn, where the hell is Carlos? I thought he was meeting us here. Where is he? Something doesn't feel right here.
It's a trap.
Yeah. There he is. Talk about cutting it fine.
Luisa, gracias a Dios.
Thank you for saving me. You're good men. Friends of the people of this land.
Was someone named Harvey Escuela one of the men holding you?
No.
Hey, Ben.
I
I don't know. I don't think so. But I remember that name from prison. Bad people spoke of him.
I told you Johnny's still in Mexico.
Okay, then. I guess we'll keep looking.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh shit. Coyotes. I've never been attacked by coyotes before. Holy crap. This explains why Cat is afraid of them in Los Alamos. Dynamite can sweat nitroglycerin? Oh, really? Oh, it was a wolf, not a coyote. My bad. So I don't know if there's much difference in aggression in wolves versus coyotes.
Still.
Coyotes here are pretty scared of humans. Hey, lovely. One sec. This is my wife, Andrea.
Are you a cowboy?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is a really cool open world Wild West game.
Here comes science.
Hi, hi. Hi, everyone.
How you doing, physics lady?
Good! Oh, really?
Let me fix the...
Got
Ben
my,
keeps moving the thing.
like, safari jacket on. I like this jacket. I wear it a lot.
Where am I going? Oh wow, it's a bit of a ride.
So I had a meeting this morning at 8, which is why I had to go in at 8. With two like senior scientists, with Brenda and this guy Hui Li, who's in the theory division, about this. They have this meeting on Monday where all the higher up managers are going to be there, or at least for the nuclear physics division, whatever it's called. So they're all going to be there, and we're allowed to present 2 slides and have 5 minutes about an idea that we would like to see in the strategic plan. The strategic plan is written, and pretty much if you want lab funding, it better be in the strategic plan. If it's not the strategic plan, people will say, that's not a direction Landon wants to go in, and now you're dead in the water. So anyway, so I'm the one who's doing the 2 slides and the presentation, because Brenda's gone next week, and
Brenda's
Pat
your
gave it
boss.
last year.
That is your coworker.
Anyway, so Hui Li was saying, and I think he's right, that
Another coworker.
that the what is gonna get put in the strategic planning document is not gonna be fund SGSO. It's gonna be something broader than that. But we're gonna uniquely fit under that.
It's not going to specify the experiment that you want to have funded.
Right, it'll give some broad term about the science.
Let's do dark matter research.
Right, well, no, I came up with a brilliant way of describing what we do. Yeah, which is, and they ended up liking it. Brenda really liked it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? This actually isn't going to be
I'm
a lot
ready.
of exciting. Okay. Discovering extreme cosmic phenomena.
Yeah, there you go.
I
That's
liked the word discovering because Hawk and SGSO, they just well, SGSO will, Hawk does, discover, like, the highest energy sources in the sky anyone's ever seen. So we're discovering extreme cosmic phenomena. But then also the SGSO will have discovery potential for dark matter. So, you know, that's not completely off.
No, it's a good broad description that'll make sure that any funding you request is consistent with
Right,
the
but I was like,
plan.
extreme phenomena instead of high energy, and I made sure to have the word cosmic in there to know it's astrophysicists, and then phenomena.
Extra points if you spell it extreme. Like the 90s. Extreme cosmic phenomena.
I wish I could get away with that.
Sorry, I was bad punning Ludefix's joke.
Alas.
My hair off with my I was trying to shoot a rabbit.
Yeah, I saw that. Anyway, I was excited about that.
There's so many rabbits in Mexico.
Because they were and so then there's a sub-bullet or a subtitle that's really long. It's like adding high-energy gamma rays to the multi-messenger sky. And they kind of wanted to go with something like that as the main title, and I was like, no. We gotta... So now when I give the talk, I'm gonna say, like, you know, with wide field of view, high energy gamma ray experiments like Hawk, we are in the business of discovering extreme cosmic phenomena. It's brilliant.
Andrew should give them a clickbait title of her going, Extreme Cosmic Phenomena. That's a really popular clickbait face. The other one is to do this. And then you have a word written in red text, black outline.
Extreme.
Yeah. Cosmic phenomena?
Phenomena.
I saw one rabbit an hour, and I just saw 2 rabbits back to back. I'm pretty happy. I need to kill rabbits.
Is that like your quest?
It's one of the things that I'm doing.
Thanks, sir. I was really excited. And really excited that the, you know, senior scientists
were
like,
with it.
you know,
I'm
they
bored
have
with it.
experience writing this shit, you know?
Right, and you're still pretty new to it. You're still
Yeah.
pretty new to money stuff, right? You would say?
No, because I was thinking about saying exploring extreme cosmic phenomena, but I was like, no, fuck that. Hawk is discovering this shit. And I referenced the paper on our observations of the Gaminga Pulsar Wind Nebula and on our observations of this compact object with these 2 jets called SS-433. Just rolls off the tongue.
Compact object with 2 jets.
Yeah, it's either,
So
I think it's a neutron star. They don't really know.
Jets just means that there's material blowing off in
like
2 directions.
from the poles. Yeah. So they looked from like from other gamma ray experiments at lower energies, and they didn't see shit. But they didn't really spend that much time on it. And Hawk sees these 2 lobes lining right up with the jets. It's really cool.
Lobe is like a bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Bubble of gas.
Yeah, so that's really exciting because it's the first like gamma ray observations from jets. Anyway, discovering extreme cosmic phenomena. Phenomena.
Kill 5 coyotes before any coyote damages you. Yikes. Go find coyote country.
Yeah, actually, that nature paper's coming out in a couple of weeks. So when it does, I'll post it in Discord, because the nature paper, it's still kind of technical. I read it today, but in theory, at least a non-expert scientist could understand it. Anyway, I'll post it because it's pretty cool. Long story short, we see these lobes, and it looks like they're from high energy electrons, not high energy protons.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
Asshole. Oh my god!
I didn't mean to.
Way to aggro the whole town, Dylan.
I accidentally ran a guy over.
You were giving me shit for that. And now you're dead.
Now, does that count as surrendering to the law, what I just did? Do I have to walk up to a lawman and then stand still?
Way to aggro the whole
The
town.
guy didn't get out of the way of my horse.
Uh-huh. Well, and then you died.
I did.
This is the Wild West, Dylan.
Do I still have a bounty?
That kind of disrespect is not tolerated, Dylan.
Oh, I probably don't have to pay because I'm in Mexico, huh?
You murdered a horse?
It wasn't on purpose. It was not on purpose. I didn't murder it. It died due to neglect.
I don't know. At least you would call that manslaughter.
This is dialogue cutscene.
Gentlemen, I thank you. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Marston. How you keeping, sir?
Just fine, thank you.
I thought he said Marstead. I was like really
sir.
impressed.
Thank God my wife died.
Now I'm less impressed.
Lucky in love, lucky in cards.
Equislaughter.
Tarzan, champagne for everyone.
Keep
hey Matt.
Mr. Ricketts.
Are you guys stoked for coming out here for Christmas? Because I am. We're gonna have Christmas in New Mexico. So my parents and my sister and Matt are coming out to our place.
Well then, your deal.
Which means Dylan and I don't have to get on a plane.
Oh, Marston, would you like to join us?
I don't think
We'll also do some Overcooked 2 streaming.
Yeah, we're gonna do Overcooked 2, and we're gonna do Rock Band, and we're gonna do Jackbox, and we're gonna try to stream some of it. Oh, hey Lisa. I'm glad you're jazzed. Oh, and wait. Congrats on being an instructor. Yes. Maybe I told you that on Facebook? Whatever. So she helped design a course, I forget, like sociology course. Anyway, she got listed as an instructor or co-instructor or whatever, one of the instructors of the course, because she put it together along with
German minds in all of Mexico.
some sociology person. Oh, and this is at Harvard, so you know.
Like a game of poker to warm the soul.
You might have heard of
Puts
it.
up the stakes a little.
Oh, there you go.
That's better.
Not a good chance.
Lady Luck is sure kicking
I know, I love academia, just the titles of
Now I'll fold.
what you do or what class you take are, I don't know. They get very specific. You have to know the jargon, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna study quantum field theory. And you're like, you're gonna learn how to grow really, really small plants. Get it? Because this quantum and the field is like, you know, a farming field. I thought it was funny.
I just ain't getting the cards.
Yeah, okay.
I'll call.
I wonder how smart the AI is in this game. That's a pretty big bet.
Terrible.
You got another card?
Just one more card, yeah.
You're one more card away from the straight?
And one more card away from the flush.
Oh, that too. You got a straight or a flush.
It's 1 and 4. It's not great. I'll give it a try. We'll see what happens.
Hey!
I call.
He's really confident that he has something. What could he have?
He might be bluffing.
I have nothing though. I don't even have 2 curve.
You almost have a flat. Okay, you would have. Wait. Would you have won? Did you? No, wait. Did you have a straight? You would have had a straight. You would have had a straight.
Yeah, I have a straight.
Oh, you called?
Yes,
nice.
I did.
Ah, you kicked his ass. Oh, suck it, bitch.
Yes, I did call.
Good. I thought you were gonna fold, and I was like, don't fucking fold.
Excuse me?
You fucking looked in my fucking cards, you fucking cheat.
Oh yeah, I'm a great sport. I'm sorry.
Calm down, there must be
I'm not
some
a role model.
Oh, there's
There's
dialogue.
no mistake. Your Yankee friend here is a fucking cheat.
Easy there, Germany. Calm yourself down.
Oh yeah, you know exactly what you did.
Yeah, I know exactly what I did, friend, which was nothing. Now, I'd prefer it if we could all play a friendly game and no one get hurt.
You planted this guy Ricketts.
Now, why would I do that? I've already beaten you. Now calm down and let's finish the game.
There's no more cards game.
Ease up there, friend.
Gotta have a Mexican standoff. They definitely this game.
Must be a name for this.
Is it Mexican standoff?
An impasse, sir. An impasse. We could all die here and now.
Good call,
Not
Lisa.
fighting you, Ricketts, but the Yankee him I don't like.
He's done you no harm, Muller.
He's done me no good either. Outside, winner takes the pot.
The winner will take what he wants. The other man will be in no position to argue.
They'll call each other friend.
Sanchez
Not your friend, guy.
As you wish, Germany. As you wish.
I was saying, this game, they probably all got in a boardroom and like made a whiteboard that had all the Western tropes that they wanted to hit with this game. And
Wait,
they've
so
been
did
really
you
good
win your
about it.
money?
Yeah.
Awesome.
A duel is all about timing. If you pull your gun too soon,
Yeah, it's got to be a duel. We haven't done that yet.
draw. Pick your shots carefully. Like
I think it's hitting every possible Western note with game mechanics, which is cool.
Is there a saloon with saloon girls?
Not yet.
Steady now, partner. Stay calm.
Nobody steals from me, especially an American.
People are so hot-headed in the West.
Try your gun, use left trigger. Pull back on right stick to move your hand towards the gun and press forward. Okay.
No, he's just looking to fuck him up.
I think I understand.
Play his cards too early. Come on. We've earned ourselves a drink. I think Mr. Muller's buying.
Jesus Christ, they're cold.
Your health.
It's the Wild West. Yeah, I'm impressed. Appreciate that it took them
Jesus
that long.
Christ, does everyone, like, have a beef with
Nice
you?
friends you got here, Mr. Ricketts.
Tú y yo, Marston. Peleamos ahora, We fight now.
I missed it. Who's that bitch?
That's Louisa.
Marston, I know that girl.
Is that, like, his
Oh, Dios
sister?
mío.
Wait, actually, that's not Louisa. You saw the stranger's bad.
No puede ser.
This is also a
Oh,
duel.
madre mía.
Nice.
No, por favor.
What the hell? God, can a man enjoy a drink in peace? Come on, smoke these bastards up.
Ooh, knee-high walls.
Oh, you know it. 2010. This was the year.
Nobody leaves here alive.
You might like this game, Andrew.
This is what happens when you work for a German. Come on, boy. Don't stop shooting.
Oh, you think they're gonna play Despacito
In what?
in this game?
That was 2010.
That's too bad. They should make a patch where they
Oh,
play
dear.
Despacito.
Prosperity to this land. Then again, I doubt Muller will be missed.
He wasn't much of a poker
I wonder
player.
if I could have spared Muller, shot him in the legs or something. Shot his gun out of his hand.
Well, you'll never know.
He's pretty dead now.
'Cause you just basically fucked him up.
You got anything interesting, friend?
I'm gonna go check out what the other guy's deal is, see what we got. Well, actually, we're at time because we went over a little bit last time. Cool. Thanks, guys. It's
Acknowledge
been a treat.
Serp's thing. Okay,
Time to
Ludifex
mull
is on it.
over. Thanks, Ludifex. I think I just got an autosave, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, perfect. Thanks, folks. That was fun times. I really like this game. It is heavily discounted on the voting spreadsheet now, so when it wins, we will play it to completion. Let you guys know what's coming up the rest of this week and next week as the cats wig out.